Oh fuck! Welcome to the stream today. Today we're gonna be watching. We're gonna react to some more fucking videos while I'll be making some videos. Even though I'm being super lazy with it. But with that said, welcome to the stream.
Right.
I
Got
gotta
it?
rewind this a little bit.
Okay. Look
I'm watching at a video about what not to do as a VTuber in 2023. So I gotta see what this is.
at this. Alright. Got it? Okay. Don't do this. Please do not do this. Hey you guys, it's been a hot minute, but I'm finally back and I got a new
Yo, why you look like a blue eyes white dragon card? I'm sorry. Like you about to jump out of a Yu-Gi-Oh card and attack me for 1800. Sorry, I'm not trying to shoot on him or anything like that. The model looks really good. This is fuck. It's just blue eyes white dragon theme. I don't know. I'm just imagining Kaiba's about to whip out his dual disc.
mic.
You about to get our game on?
New in quotation
Damn, I'm watching way too much Yu-Gi-Oh content. God damn it, I hate it.
marks.
You know what's funny too? A lot of VTubers don't have hoodies, like hoodies that are up. They always have hoodies that are down due to like how hoodies are drawn or whatnot. Really, it's really hard to do a hoodie, honestly.
Because it's been several months since my last video. Sorry about that. But also leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps out. Thank you, double wink. But some of you might have probably already knew if you watched me live on twitch.tv/ZikoCH. I'm live every week, so go follow me there. Links in the doobly-doo. In this video, I'll be talking about things you should not do as a VTuber. Avoiding some of these mistakes may even end up saving you thousands of dollars. So
I'm gonna do all these mistakes. Let's go. We about to do the gauntlet.
stay tuned and find out. Number 1. Don't call out your lurkers. You already knew this from the intro, but I'll repeat.
Now I'm gonna call out my lurkers anyway and be like, "Hello, have a nice day."
Repeated to emphasize. Calling out the lurkers is one of the worst things you can do as a streamer, let alone a VTuber. Some people have anxiety, some people don't want to socialize, some just want to watch stream and chill and mind their own business. Maybe do something else while they put you on in the background. Just because they're not talking doesn't mean they're any less than those who do. Respect your lurkers, okay? Okay.
I don't know, but Twitch made lurkers like look bad because with Twitch, in order to get like an active view or active chatter in your chat, to have somebody like to like constantly chat like every like 5 to like 40 minutes, between every 5 and 40 minutes or some shit like that. And yeah, man, like kind of sucks because like I don't mind lurkers, but like no, he's right. There's no like debut, but no, it's just Twitch makes it like less incentivized for people to lurk, you know? Like to support your streamer, you have to be in the stream.
Number 2. Don't promote yourself or others in someone else's stream without the streamer's permission. You might have already
Fuck that, I'm about to promote every single fucking time.
encountered that one person in chat going on about how they're going to
As a joke, of course.
stream soon, or that they're going to stop watching you to go watch another streamer, or worse, link their own channel in chat to try to drive people away from your stream and into theirs. That last part is one of the reasons why I have
Yeah, I don't see anybody actually doing that. Unless it's like I know it's a streamer, dude, and I'm cool with it. Like usually, if somebody comes to my stream, be like, "All right, I'm about to go stream," be like, "Sure, deuces." I don't really care if anybody advertising my shit.
things disabled on my stream, by the way. That and spam bots, and I guess general spam and hate raids and a whole bunch of other things. If you're guilty of doing any of these, please stop. It doesn't leave a good impression, and if anything, you are
I'm gonna do it anyway.
making it less likely for anyone to come to your channel at all. And even if they do, it might not be in good faith either. After all, you should be there to watch a streamer for them and their content. If you really want to, at least ask the streamer for permission first. Number 3, don't ignore boundaries. For the viewers, don't forget that at the end of the day, streams are a form of entertainment. And while you can interact with the streamer, you shouldn't see them as your therapist or close friend. Neither stream
Okay, so is this more like this feels more like to for people who are like in the chat, I believe. Cause that's not a VTuber. That's not like a streamer thing to do. It's like boundary stuff. I don't think streamers actually like there are some streamers that actually like drama dump and stuff like that, but like I haven't personally seen it. But like it probably does exist, but like I seen in chat people trauma dump in chat, but like if you trauma dump, I don't find that's fine. I don't mind like people venting in my chat as long as it's not like overly toxic or some fucked shit. What do you mean by fuck shit? I mean like fuck shit. But like if like a relative passed away or like your guys having like problems or anything like that, I don't mind like reading in chat or whatnot. But like don't expect like one of those like super like empathy like em- empathetic replies. Yeah, I will be empathetic, but it won't be like extreme. I'll be like, oh my god, that's so upsetting. I'll be like, fuck man, that sucks, and then keep it pushing probably. I won't be like that, but like it'll be close to something like that. But
Streamers or VTubers.
I don't really see people. I don't really see streamers trauma dump unless it's like I don't know. Unless it's like a in real life stream. I don't really see like streamers trauma dumping like that.
YouTubers are a substitute for professional help
I haven't personally seen though.
either. In the same vein with collabs, if the streamer doesn't know you very well, don't just throw it out in chat and expect a reply, as it puts the streamer in a very uncomfortable position.
Nah, do it anyway. But like, hey, want to collab? send a smile emoji.
At the very least, ask them privately in DMs. For the streamers, if someone drops some heavy personal things in
Nah, do it on their Twitter. It's a lot more better if you do it on their Twitter.
chat, please be respectful.
Like, I don't even follow you. But follow me anyway.
Especially
Y'all
if it's an
menacing.
honest answer to a question. That being said, there's no need to dwell on it, so you can address it nicely and move on. It's important to keep boundaries in general, but even more so as a streamer and a public figure. Parasocial relationships can get very toxic, and while we want nothing but the best for our viewers,
So this is 100%. Do not have parasocial relationship with your viewers and or like people in chat. Do not try to have parasocial relationship with your with streamers. That's just highly fucking toxic. Like I always say, streamers are not trying to be your friends. Yeah, it's cool that you support them and all, but like to be honest, none of these streamers are not trying to be personally your friends. Oh, thank you for being a friend. Do 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 do. Watching my stream and everything. Do 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 do. Hey, what's up? Welcome to stream. I usually am to sing this whole thing, but I'm really, really tired. Oh shit, who followed me? I didn't even show who followed. Oh, thank you, Sync. I can't even pronounce that. Sync. Sorry if I fucked your name, but like I usually like really bad with names. But yeah, I'm just watching the top things to do not as a VTuber and just like being funny with it. But yeah, boop.
and appreciate all the support that they give us, we also
But no, don't have parasocial relationships with like your fans or with like other streamers stuff like that because that gets really bad. Like it gets like to a point where like, people get like followed and shit like that. Like parasocial relationships are fucking bad. I don't understand how people like would believe that they would have a relationship with somebody who they don't even know.
Don't do it. No.
It works.
No, don't do it.
It definitely works. I thought that was broken. Thank you for testing that out.
Don't do it. I'm
need to
afraid
keep
you.
boundaries respected so that no one gets hurt.
Ah,
Number 4.
no.
Don't fixate on numbers. Many often become
No.
fixated on numbers, and while it's good to know
This is my toxic right here because every time when I check my analytics for the year or whatnot, the numbers never add up. He got a 15 view. Oh my god.
for analytics,
Oh my
it'll
god.
eventually get to your head and affect your mental state if not kept in check. Some even go as far as losing their drive and quitting when they don't see enough growth. The thing is, the vast majority of us start out small, and whilst you may not have
I was so close to quitting after seeing my numbers because I did like a huge post on Twitch for like the whole 7 years I've been streaming or whatnot. And like I think I've affiliated in like 4 years, but like ever since COVID dropped, I did see like a huge boost. But whew, yeah, don't watch the numbers, man.
as
Thank
much
you for
growth as
being
you'd
a
like or
friend.
compared to your peers, it doesn't mean that you're failing. How many of you recognize this streamer right here? This wonderful little gremlin took a little over 2.5 years to reach 1,000 followers on Twitch. She started in 2017.
2.5 years. I subscribed to her. It took her 2.5 years, and it's gonna take me. It's probably gonna take me longer. I probably gonna have to update this avatar. Wait, which avatar am I using? The blue one? Yes, I'm using the blue one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to do like a debuts pretty soon. Figure out how to do those. They have
Getting
a
a
fucking
peak
poser.
average of 40 to 60 viewers within her first 3 years. That is until March 2020 when her stream finally took off and skyrocketed her into Twitch stardom. So don't worry about the numbers, especially at the start. Content creation is not easy, but if you continue to put in the work, the effort, and continue improving yourself and your content, the numbers will come eventually, naturally, over time. Is luck needed? Sure. But you also need to have something to show when you finally get your big break. Keep on at it. You got this. I know you do. Number 5. Pay attention.
It is so fucking difficult though. Like it feels so bad sometimes. But no, it's chill. I usually just do streaming because I just want to just chill honestly and just like talk.
I'll keep this short and to the point because there's really not that much to it. However, it's super
Comma,
important. Ready?
comma,
Here we go.
comma.
Please do not overwork yourself. Purely streaming a massive amount of hours in hopes of growing ain't it, chief. Twitch is still very much an undiscoverable platform, especially for the smaller creators, so
What year
streaming
was this
for
made
longer
in?
won't help much to move you up the hundreds of people ahead of you.
Damn,
All
it's
it's
in
gonna
picture
do
in
in the
picture.
end is burn you out quicker. If you take home any growth tip from this
Oh,
video,
this was
let
made
it be this.
2 weeks ago. Word. So this was made like dead ass last year then. So yeah, everything you're saying is like pretty apparent and whatnot.
Make content on YouTube, make content on TikTok. Hell, you should even make content on Reddit.
Okay, so how do you make content on Reddit? But YouTube says I mostly react to like mostly like stuff until I get my computer like fully fixed. That's why you hear the big ass fan in the background right now. I got like a fucking 580 in this bitch, and my CPU is yelling at me right now. It's like it's too big. It's literally huge. This big ass fucking thing in my fucking PC is fucking huge, bro. Fucking CPUs over here talking about Yamate. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. I have to sit here and watch it get NTR by my graphics card. But no, since I do reactionary content, I really, really don't want to end up posting like clips of somebody else's like content that I react to and end up getting like like into that kind of drama or whatnot. But I will react to that shit on Twitch though.
Point is to make content on more discoverable platforms so that more people can find you. And don't just make random content and hope for the best. Plan it out, make it engaging, make it so that the people watching it want to find out more about you and what you do. Works
So the reason why I'm not video editing right now is because I'm actually gonna roll up a joint pretty soon. I'm just getting the keef out and stuff like that, so I can roll the perfect joint.
smarter, not harder. Trust me, you don't want to burn out. Even the largest fuel tank will go empty if not managed properly. Number 6. Take your time and feel it out. I see a lot of people rushing to spend massive amounts of money and resources on becoming VTubers, but the fact of the matter is that you really don't need to. I started out as a PNG tuber for the first month and a half of streaming. Commissioning a PNG of your
So is PNGs more easier than the 3D ones? I see the 3D ones are way much more easier than the PNGs.
model will cost a lot less than the hundreds or thousands it costs
But then again, I taught myself how to use how to build all that stuff with a couple of videos from YouTube and everything.
to make a fully rigged Life 2D model. You can even spend less if you limit it to just a bust, because that's realistically all you'll ever see on stream. That's what I did. Look, ma, no legs! Even after my PNG tuber days, I used the free Life 2D trial to scuffily rig my first model. I could only move left and right, but it worked. For stream specific things like overlays and emotes, you can
Yeah, so I use like I think I'm using Magic Mirror and I use I use Vtuber Studio to build the model. Then I send it into Unity and or Blender and build whatever from there. But these glasses came from the Vroid Studio itself though. But everything else came from either GIMP and or no, most of the stuff came from Vroid Studio. There's only two things that didn't come from Vroid Studio. It's the hat that I'm wearing. That actually came from like me rigging it in Unity or whatnot. Because Blender's hard for rigging. You have to do all extra steps. And I hate doing extra steps. Even though I did make this shit from scratch, like not completely from scratch, like it's pre-built, like with a character creator or whatnot. Still building this like took a lot of fucking work. Even though like it's kind of a shortcut not building it directly from scratch and not rigging directly from scratch, because like me, I don't think I could ever do rigging or whatnot. That's something I really have to learn though when I started learning like slowly how to do animation and everything through Source Filmmaker, which that's the only thing I'm using animation for because I like how they do their setup for like film and stuff like that. Looks really good.
find and use free ones on places like Twitter, Discord servers, Booth, and many more places. If you guys want a video where I make a low cost or even free VTuber stream setup, the whole shebang,
I should really do a video of how I do my emblems and like patterns for Booth or whatnot. Alright. Anime, if anime was made for black people, nah. We gotta watch something that's actually pretty good. You know, this is a new YouTuber I subscribe to. She said something really fucking good. Oh, she has anti-incel stuff. Let's go. The first TikTok, the hell pit that I don't know nothing about.
Got a bit out of hand. Whatever. Let's give it the
Hold
old.
on. How do you want this a little bit more? There we go.
We live in a world where attention is the most valuable commodity to any Fortune 500 company, where data can be harvested and sold like the oil of the brain, where followers and likes dictate the value of one's very soul. But when advertising is the source of all evil, there needs to be a middleman willing to do the dirty work.
Man, we need to actually like make like different clout tags, like different like sins. Like oh shit, I gotta. Is all the keef in here? Yes, it is. It's a thick amount of keef too. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some papers. Where are my papers? Here's my papers. Here's this. Oh my god, those eyes are so menacing. Let me just press play.
Well, this has certainly been a long time coming, hasn't it? TikTok is a social media app that's risen in prominence over
Oh my god, that zoom.
the last few years, gaining over 1 billion users and subsequently creating a very specific type of internet culture unlike any other before. And it's bad, actually. Are you okay? I can see you're visibly shocked. I know, I was surprised too.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at how TikTok is kind of like limited in China, but it's not limited in America. Like, I don't use TikTok that much, but people send me links through TikTok, and I have clicked on some of those links. And how the algorithm works on TikTok, I fucking hate it. I really do fucking hate it. It sucks. No, it really does suck.
So today we deep dive into the nightmare that is TikTok, where the worst of human
Also, it's intimidating too, you know?
deviants come out to play, endlessly collecting their social validation loops. Addiction, culture, scandal, the music industry, the attention economy, fame, Mia, validation,
Yeah, fucking, shit. You know what sucks? Even though I'm talking mad shit about TikTok right now, YouTube Shorts is damn near the same shit and could actually catch me because, like, it reads what's my. Apparently, YouTube Shorts had the old school algorithm that YouTube's old school algorithm was by suggesting you shit that you actually like. Now, it doesn't do that anymore, but I think it does that unless you watch shorts, though. Because that's the only way you could actually get a really good algorithm to watch videos. And it sucks. It's predatory. It keeps you on the site way too fucking long, and I hate it.
radicalization,
As a content creator, I hate it.
threats to national security, and of course, women. What are they doing? And why are they doing that? I was even able to convince some prominent TikTokers to go on record with me about their experience, as well as looking at leaked internal documents from TikTok itself regarding shady policies and practices. And what I found was truly horrifying. So, what's wrong with Clock App?
What's wrong with Clock App? Alright. This plays. I think this is here where we left at. But we already
Oh, it's the Monday night game, which is the Bears versus the Patriots.
Dude, our football conversations are so damn long. So, how you like New Girl, Nano? I mean, no, Nano. Anime now. Yeah.
Um, in the back-to-back like interception touchdowns in the Saints and the Cardinals game in the last 2 minutes of the second quarter.
All right. With that said, let's talk about some fucking anime now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right, y'all got. Oh, fuck anime. Yeah. All right. Let's cut this out a little bit here. With that said, let's talk about some fucking anime now. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, y'all guys watch Chainsaw Man yet?
Yes. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, spoilers for those who are watching or whatnot, because we're gonna be talking about some old episodes, but spoiler alerts for like Chainsaw Man, Medieval Wars, Immersed in the Shadows. I think Beast Tamer and two other animes I can't think of the top of my head. Let me minimize that Let's play a little bit of this. You know what I should do? No, that won't work. Alright, let me
Well,
continue rolling this joint.
TikTok bad. This admittedly got a bit out of hand. Whatever, let's give it the old college try. Why TikTok bad? Allow me to explain in excruciating detail. We will start on the surface together and then plunge our way down the rabbit hole. And let me tell you, it is not a fun ride. Look, man, I needed to make another
Yeah, I need to know more about TikTok and how dark it is because, like, I want to use it, but, like, some of the shit that's just suggested me, like, I don't know, man. Like, if I have to question something, I don't know if this is a good app. Especially, like, if it's suggesting me, like, adult content and I have to question that. Because I don't want to see no adult content that, like, if I'm only using your platform to promote my content, I'm not going to be on that platform looking at content like that. YouTube is the only exception because I had this account for it since high school.
hour-long special. My creativity is just overflowing. And also my IMDb page needs a new addition. Don't look at me like that. You people came here for blood, and god damn it if I'm not gonna deliver. TikTok is a social media
God
app with over 1 billion
God damn it! I like this. Ah, shit.
monthly active users. That's more people than there are on the planet. And if you discuss the social media giant with any average viewer, the first thing they'll always tell you is just how addictive it is. This kind of seems to be the center of a growing problem in society, the heart of this terrible puzzle. This is the root of all evil, as it were. Just how much of your time is TikTok unintentionally sucking away? It feels like 1 minute you're just casually
She has a cat.
scrolling through dangerous challenges and legally gray gyrations, and then the next moment you're watching the most depraved and immoral
I might be assuming, but she probably has a cat.
video you've ever seen in your life. Also, it's been 3 hours. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Also, it's been 3 hours. LOL. Nah, but yeah, man.
Ever.
This is why Bo Burnham is the GOAT. CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964.
This is entirely purposeful. The app wants
You know what it is with TikTok? I think everybody's trying to just get famous by doing stupid shit because you get a lot of validation from TikTok, especially from echo chambers. And I've seen those echo chambers. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit of echo chamber. I stay in like my own little like little spear of man. Nah, I'm making a joke. I don't really be fucking with the manosphere like that. Because honestly, like, you know, manosphere seems kind of boring as fuck, to be honest. Like, it seems like nobody has fun in the manosphere. Like, there's no fun allowed. It's just you being angry at the other gender because fucking they exist. I think it goes that both ways, though, you know? Alright.
to consume
And
your
you
time,
take
and
got
it's gotten
defeated by
extremely
19-year-old.
good at
That's
it.
just
TikTok's
hilarious.
interface is specifically designed to maximize viewer retention. And much like a Miyako YouTube video, that graph only goes up, baby. This is, of course, to serve the most ads to consumers. Because nothing is sacred and we were abandoned on this rock long ago. And for the millennials watching, advertisement is how TikTok make money. Money good. After speaking to several people about TikTok, this seemed to be their #1 concern. No matter what age you are, you're nothing more than a fresh-faced outsider ready to be corrupted by the algorithm. Sounds familiar? Sign me up.
How much time does TikTok consume from you?
1 billion fucking hours a minute. Like, such a disgusting amount of time.
Yo, his hair, though.
Pause. Who the fuck is this? This is prominent comedian and inflation artist Ro Ramden.
Inflation artist. Hey, yo.
I didn't know that you agreed with Ye on that much stuff, but yeah, we can get to the interview, regardless.
Boasting just over 300,000 followers, Ro Ramden is an internationally wanted arms dealer who should be put on trial for the countless number of crimes she's committed. Also, she's my best friend. And while we're at it, I guess, this is foreign man in a foreign land.
I'm probably like doing some ableist shit right now.
YouTuber
Oh, fuck you, foreign man from foreign land. That's not him, but he looks like being black in Japan. Foreign man in a foreign land being black in Japan. Wow, that rhymes.
TikToker adjectives. And this is Turb.
I'm very evil. I'm a dictator.
Hey, let's go.
And I like
Turb, let's go. He's on here. That's how I got recommended this fucking YouTuber because of this guy right here.
to stab people in my free time.
I hate Turb. Turb and I are public enemies, and we pray on each other's downfall every day. but also he's a TikToker.
My daily average for TikTok is 3 hours 43 minutes.
I deleted the app on my phone because it is bad. Like, it is bad for your health. It conditions you to experience
I feel like Twitter is gonna be the next app I'm gonna end up destroying off my phone.
and expect.
Because even though I advertise on there, no, I know I'm just gonna keep Twitter. Fuck it. So I should figure out how to upload videos to Reddit though. That seems like that's fun.
Immediate gratification.
I assume that if we did like studies, it would be comparable to drugs.
Even creators are affected by the addictive nature of this godforsaken app. It's genuinely scary how good these companies are at capturing your attention. The algorithm is
I wonder how did this happen though? How did our attention spans get so short that a minute video catches our attention and not like long form shit that's like hours on end? Like, cause I could listen to like a video that's like 9 hours though. Like if it's like something I'm really interested in like Leslie a Kane or like a movie or like a TV series or like something I just want to learn the history about, like having it play in like the background for like hours on end, that's cool. Like I like that kind of shit. I like long form content. What I don't like is shit being like under like 5 minutes. Not even under 5 minutes. Like between a minute and 30 seconds. Like I understand people who tell a story in like under a minute. Like it's doable. But like I don't know, fam.
trained in the precision art of captivating the human psyche. Meaning, if you like a Charlie D'Amelio video, the algorithm knows what you are. I know what you are. Why are you trying to hide? But what is TikTok's retention strategy, and why is it so effective? In the new age ADHD brains of the younger generations, how does it continue to average 90 minutes per user a day? It's at this point where I start to wonder if this correlation is actually coincidental or causal. I mean, there's no way TikTok did this.
Does TikTok have dark patterns though? Like, it would make sense if it has like some kind of dark patterns that allow people to like lock their attention spans, especially how the way the algorithm how I understand how TikTok works, even though I'm barely on the app. Cause like I'm not doing scrolling on that. Like, I don't know, fam. I just don't trust TikTok. It just feels weird to me, you know. I don't know. That's like the millennial in me. Oh God, the millennial in me. Oh God. I almost feel like I said the boomer in me almost.
This to us, right? Right? Attention span small, 60-second. That's how they do it. If you're mindlessly scrolling on.
Yeah, I love how she changed her scenery just to make a point. Like that cut is really nice. I like that shit.
It was really good though.
I like Power. Power should be my wife, but I don't trust her. That's why I could throw her.
Yo, before we get into Chainsaw Man, I have to ask y'all, have you guys seen Uncle from Another World? Uncle from Another World?
It's the Ecocide. That one would make the pop star or some shit, or is he the other one?
No. So,
It still
on
works?
that
Yeah,
one,
it still works.
this guy was a teenager, like 17 or something, or 18, and in the mid-90s, he got struck by truck coons.
Alright, let me pause this real quick.
Into a coma.
So I'm gonna talk about this in the future or like in later in a later podcast because this is episode 120. This is like weeks ago because we're on 127, and I tried watching the series, but like it's kind of funny how like this dude flies over there to grab the item instead of just picking it up because he can fly actually, and it's super convenient because now like the funny part is he kept his powers or whatnot, and like I didn't understand like how Nana was explaining it in this clip or whatnot, but yeah, I'm kind of gonna just wait till it's like completely finished because like if it still has like the elements of like the harem even afterwards, because like it's cool. Because I always wanted to watch an anime where the guy gets back to the Earth or gets back to I always want to see an Ikasai where the guy gets back to his body or to his world and how that will look like, you know?
On TikTok and you even get remotely bored, it takes less than a second to swipe that away. And boom, suddenly you're delivered a brand new fresh piece of content for you to sink your little consumer teeth into. And in a sinister way, that's almost comforting, right? Their ideology is that of constant entertainment. Never be bored again. TikTok is good for you. TikTok loves you. TikTok is here to help you.
Nah, bro. I see a lot of toxic shit on I see a lot of toxic shit on TikTok, especially from like not for the libs of TikTok, but like just videos people just been passing me and shit like that, and like meme compilations of people just doing terrible shit. No, I can't be seen. I'm a bop. Let's continue.
Except it's not, though. It's about advertising. It's about data logging. You think these people care about you? They don't give a shit about you. I care about you. I have everything you need right here. You just stay with me. You're a sheep.
Haha, Patreon. just slowly just bring in the Patreon. Oh shit, that's actually pretty funny. Just ease that bitch in.
To them. You're hooked up to the content farm and suddenly your brain is getting hit with the highest dosage of dopamine it's ever seen in its tiny little life. And suddenly you're like, yes, I like that. I want more, goddammit. Feed me now. Now they've got you hooked. Good luck. Now take all of those factors and shove them into the racing minds of teenagers, and suddenly you've got yourself a recipe for a hit new app. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to wonder a lot less about why ADHD is on the rise.
Yeah, especially with the whole tick thing that was happening a while back.
I don't know. I have no idea. Why is it, I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. I'm obviously not claiming anything. I'm not a neuroscientist. I'm but a lowly PhD. It's really interesting though, right? And in the last few years, we've successfully lowered the standard of content and also inexplicably breezed through like 8 extra rotations of content metas. We're just that good. You see, there's currently a war going on, a war between short form and long form. The two major players obviously being YouTube and TikTok. However, at least for the time being, it seems that short
What would be Twitch? That would be long form content, right? Since like people will be streaming for like hours on end.
form is the new and exciting thing. I guess the only thing to do is adapt accordingly, so get ready for new Mia Cole shorts every day at 5 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss this fun and exciting
Yo, love how she gives like a fucking time.
regurgitated content. No, you don't get it, because it's like the content they already made, except like this, and also you don't get to choose if you watch it or not, and also nobody makes money. Isn't this better? I feel like this is better. The vertical video format isn't just TikTok though. It seems like in the last year, every single app has adopted some sort of swiping feature. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, even Spotify. What are you
Really?
doing, man? What is this? Nobody asked for this. Come on. So everything is TikTok.
Really? So like phones are now getting priority over like stuff like PCs and stuff like that because most people have phones. So it makes sense why everything is vertical. But like, yeah.
Now. Great. It's safe to say we're not escaping this for a while. When a company smells profit, there's nothing stopping it from destroying everything and everyone in its way, even if that means mangling its own interface. That's not a political statement. Don't read into that. I'm neutral, actually. I'm Brandon down the middle. So if we're gonna fold to the machine, and look at us, we very much are, it's probably important to figure out what this infinite scrolling hell is doing to us. How does all of this affect our brains? What does this constant flow of serotonin do to the minds of a generation? Gen Z is a pretty significant majority of the users on this app, so we should probably figure out just what's going on here. For as long as the internet's existed, we've all felt pretty confident in just kind of sending kids down the rabbit hole and seeing what happens later. So at this point, it's probably been long enough. Someone should probably check on these people.
Yeah, like whew. Especially like I've done these case studies and like little girls fucking being intimidated because like they have like like this fucked up that like TikTok allow people with extremely high beauty standards to be on the platform so women could try to like so they could intimidate women or have women have to meet up to those high ass standards where a lot of women don't need to actually do that. Like a lot of people, if a person loves you, they're gonna love you regardless of how the fuck you look or what the fuck you have. I never understood like the whole like maximum beauty will give me maximum attraction.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. Thus, I set out to understand just how this
Yeah, she's hilarious, my guy. Unbreaded chicken.
app impacts the minds of youths. A feat no one has ever even thought of before. Yeah, you could say I'm kind of a trailblazer. I'm kind of a hero to this generation, honestly. People always ask me what it's like being so smart and funny and talented, but you know, it's a burden I'm willing to take on for my country. God bless America.
Hi, my name is Jason, and I'm a TikToker. Unfortunately.
Hi, my name is Donnie Matamu, and
I TikTok.
Man, the flame is on with these two, especially this guy. This dude came in the room talking about flame on.
TikTok affect your mind?
Badly?
We lost him. We fucking lost him.
The 1,000-year stare. Yo, hold on. I gotta rewind this a little bit.
Of before. Yeah, you could say I'm kind of a trailblazer. I'm kind of a hero to this generation, honestly. People always ask me what it's like being so smart and funny and talented, but you know, it's a burden I'm willing to take on for my country. God bless America.
Hi, my name is Jason, and I'm
Oh, you can see his eyes through there. Okay, cool.
a TikToker, unfortunately.
Hi, my name is Donnie Matamu, and I TikTok.
How does TikTok affect your mind?
Badly?
Ooh, that 1,000-year. Ooh, that 1,000-year stare.
We lost him. We fucking lost him.
It slowly eradicates every cell in it. It slowly kills me every time I use it because it's never for like a short amount of time. It's always a long period of time. When staring at a little, not even a 16:9 screen, but just like the tiniest screen that you can really afford, it's decimating.
When it comes to using the app, I get caught in like a loop of just scrolling when I could be doing other important things. So, you know, great.
How do you feel about TikTok?
I think it's slowly killing our generation.
Why?
Honestly though, it makes sense. I think that we're like dying within reason. What are we supposed to focus on?
I never thought of it about like that. Like, no, seriously, I never thought of it like that. Like, let me rewind it a little bit.
Important things. So, you know, great.
How do you feel about TikTok?
I think it's slowly killing our generation.
Why?
Honestly though, it makes sense. I think that we're like dying within reason. What are
Yeah, that does make sense because, like, there's a lot of echo chambers on TikTok that people have just like to hop into and not listen to others and whatnot. The way how the algorithm works, it just keep you stuck in those echo chambers and everything.
we supposed to focus on? Life? What the fuck is that? It's like, what are we living for if not for the little pixels on our
Why are we still here? I'm waiting for fucking a Metal Gear Solid monologue to pop in right now.
our smartphones?
I remember I used to be obsessive about like the time of day I would post, the amount that I would post, when I would be on the app after I posted. It was really like meticulous and obsessive, so that was definitely not good. I've gotten better about it.
Donnie, are you happy?
Fuck no, not even a little bit.
Damn.
Denial is a river in Egypt. You are experiencing psychosis.
Yo, let's go.
TikTok culture. What is it? Where is it? And why am I already irrationally angry about it? Look, if there's one thing we can all unify around, it's the fact that sometimes, just sometimes, this app is hell to scroll on. Like the incessant stupidity of the comment section, or a full-fledged public mental breakdown, or a bunch of kids bullying an old man on live. Every time I open this
Yikes, really? Well, of course bullying happens. It's fucked up.
application, I'm reminded more and more that we were abandoned alone on a rock, flinging through space at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and just maybe, if we're lucky enough, we'll be flung right into the sun. TikTok culture is a hard concept to encapsulate in just one video. The idea of a single, unified TikTok culture is inherently reductive due to the sheer size of the platform. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that TikTok culture is just the one specific one that we all kind of mentally envision when we think of it, right? It's that Gen Z comedy dance type videos. Basically, anyone who comments W-Riz at exceedingly inappropriate times.
W-Riz. What is W-Riz? Hold on, let's type this up. What is W-Riz? Is that how you? The Arabic word W-Riz translates to white rice and is a produce. Has wasp riz So when someone says I'm making Bezella W Riz for dinner tonight, it usually donates an essay of Middle Eastern Lebanese stew pea recipe. Ooh, that's actually a food. But what does this mean in slang though? According to CNOT, there's is three forms of Riz. Um, there's three forms of Riz: W, V, and L. The with W being the best letter of the word. With with W being the best and the worst, the latter being the worst. Wait, what? W being the best and the latter being the worst. Okay, what the dyslexia? Chill. um, which you want to avoid. Everyone on TikTok has different guides on how to activate W Riz. So choose who you learn from it wisely. Ah. W Riz is a term that describes the ability to attract someone of the opposite sex without really trying. Some might say W Riz involves one reaching to their true self. W Riz makes people more confident, fearless, and so this is just like the juice. This is just the juice. This is. Hey yo, hey yo. I'm gonna ask the kids about W Riz.
Classification method and also a crime. It's the part of TikTok that specifically created the idea of people being their own main character. And when I say created, I do mean popularized, but those are basically the same thing now. Just like how when dance videos created by black creators are credited to the white creators who popularized them, that's just a cool, fun little fact for you. Anyway.
TikTok versus black creators. If you hate us, just say that. Let's go. The talent, the stars, wow.
I find myself returning to the idea of main character energy pretty often, though.
I rolled up a joint and haven't smoked it yet.
Arrogance, right? The idea that you're the center of the universe, always, forever. But then I think about the other related concepts introduced to us by this TikTok culture. My favorite of which definitely has to be the NPC. NPC, as used in TikTok speech, is a term used to describe those who are exceptionally boring or uninteresting people. Deriving its meaning from video games, the non-player character is.
Yeah, I seem like that's more of a whatchamacallit. I feel that's more of a manosphere thing.
Just kind of like a bot that's kind of running around, I think. I don't know. I don't play video games. So it's a character you can't play because it's not your. So it's meant to delegate those of notability versus those who don't affect one's life. I find myself returning to this concept a lot because it's one of the most outwardly arrogant, pretentious, and even sometimes elitist lines of thinking I've ever had the privilege of seeing. When you grow up on the internet, you learn to develop a particular taste for this naive camp nature of obliviousness some people seem to have. While I do instinctively cringe when a Zoomer calls a 40-year-old a boomer or the quiet kid in their math class an NPC, there is something kind of special about an arrogant asshole not knowing they're an arrogant asshole. And isn't that just tasty?
Man, this actually is making sense. Because we all had those growing up. Everybody has that arrogant asshole that think they're the shit. But they're really just not, and they end up playing like not the shit.
I watch in awe as they entertain me. Entertain me, peasant. Who's the NPC now? And that's exactly the kind of culture TikTok breeds. An aptitude for being arrogant while thinking you're engaging in radical self-love. That's awesome. Not because it's good, just because it's fun to watch. You're stupid and I love you. I find it hilarious and I just want more. Oh boy, feed me now. Please feed me, I'm so hungry. Oh boy, feed me now. Yes, yes, please. Script is weird today. It's not an instinct derived from envy or even a feeling of righteous justice. I just simply love observing assholes in their natural habitat. What? And luckily, the internet has plenty of that. When
that editing, that's a insert joke right there. I love that. Bro, hold on. What's her name again? Fucking Mia Cole. Good ass fucking editing. I'm actually liking this shit.
When your worldview is that you are the main character, everyone else around you is side characters, and people you don't interact with are NPCs, you tend to be a bit of a narcissistic egomaniac, which is to say you qualify for US citizenship. Congratulations. I'm saying this as if I'm not an ego.
Hey, yo, I'm hurt. I'm hurt by that.
maniac as well. But at least my shit is justified. Do you see the runtime on this video? I'm a god. Streamers, feel free to pause here to tell chat why I'm the GOAT. You know, I'm starting to think I'd fit in pretty well on this platform. Comment below if I should start a TikTok. Although it is more than fun to continuously entertain myself by looking down on these people, let's not forget that this medium is also ripe for breeding this kind of arrogance, albeit at a much lesser scale. But look at me, I'm a great example of why some people don't deserve rights. When the realization hits that this app has a stranglehold on the Gen Z market and will continue to affect the younger minds of generations for as long as it's allowed unregulated access directly into the very souls of young people today, it's suddenly a little less funny now. A few months ago, in a less superior project of mine, I said this. Have you ever been outside and saw someone with a very specific look that maybe you can't explain, but you just kind of thought to yourself, wow, that is a very chronically online individual? And or an average bisexual. They're kind
Damn. Oh shit. As a person who's terminally online, don't be terminally online because it will fuck up and construe your views of the outside world. So that's why I always take like a couple of days just to go outside, you know? And like, you know, touch grass, come back inside, you know, go to the gym. Dude, I haven't been to the gym in a while. I need to actually start going to the fucking gym. I need to stop saying it and fucking do it, which I'm gonna do it this week, tomorrow.
of the same. Based. Mia is so smart. Mia is the smartest person I know, actually. Chronically online individuals whom adopt hyper-specific internet aesthetics, easily identifiable in the real world, otherwise known as degenerates, or when they travel in packs, a dongle, really cement in my—
Wait, what?
Let's not forget that this medium is also ripe for breeding this kind of arrogance, albeit at a much lesser scale. But look at me, I'm a great example of why some people don't deserve rights. When the realization hits that this app has a stranglehold on the Gen Z market and will continue to affect the younger minds of generations for as long as it's allowed unregulated access directly into the very souls of young people today, it's suddenly a little less funny now. A few months ago, in a less superior project of mine, I said this. Have you ever been outside and saw someone with a very specific look that maybe you can't explain, but you just kind of thought to yourself, wow, that is a very chronically online individual? And or an average bisexual. They're kind of the same. Based. Mia is so smart. Mia is the smartest person I know, actually. Chronically online individuals whom adopt hyper-specific internet aesthetics, easily identifiable in the real world, otherwise known as degenerates, or
How's a fellow degenerate? I don't identify with any of that.
when they travel in—
It's probably different, but the fuck is a dongle?
packs, a dongle. Really some—
The fuck? What the fuck is a dongle? Dangles? No, I said dongles. In hockey, when a player makes a move around the D movie, the dangling puck is side to D, skating around the D. Ah, of course they put soft A in here. Oh, I put a dangle. Okay, dongle. Another word for a complete twerp, a dongle, will often be an extremely clumsy and will come up with stupid ideas, which in reality have no chance of working. Get on the change, you dongle. Dongle. I'm gonna use that now. Fucking dongles.
meant in my mind the idea of internet people, mainly because I'm one of them. Fucking look at me. But when this medium dominates this generation so much and simultaneously turns teens into internet people, at what point is it just designing a generation of humans? I don't know about you, but I don't want to look back on these years, decades in the future, and remember TikTok as the arbiter of style. I'm crying and throwing up at the idea of it right now. And I say all of this as someone who unironically has a kind of internet aesthetic to her. I can't help it, I'm just that good. Here's the way I look at it. There's TikTok culture, and there's TikTok in culture. And while neither of them are great, I would take my chances with TikTok culture every day. Because there's nothing more terrifying to me than the idea of total and utter domination of short form content. Don't get me wrong, I think short form can be great. I've seen it done really well by a few creators, but I think
A few creators. Remember Vine? Anybody here remember fucking Vine?
everyone can agree.
Holy shit, I miss Vine. TikTok is just Vine evolved. TikTok is like if Vine did get fucked over by YouTube. By YouTube re-uploaders, I mean. Because that's what was going on. Like, between like the year of like 2010 and 2014, Vine re-uploaders destroyed people's fucking content because everybody would just go to YouTube to watch all the short form content there.
Even the TikTok fans.
And some of the re-uploaders would use, so the re-uploaders would have 40 videos that are the same 18 TikTok or Vine videos, but they were always adding that one extra one or that one new one that they had or whatnot. And the same compilations. That was it was bad. It was so bad, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised that that all those re-uploaders stopped when Vine died. I'm surprised that like TikTok hasn't died because of that. Because whew.
Fans. Like 90% of it is garbage though. Now within that garbage there are absolutely gems, don't get me wrong. But what you'll often find is the deeper you go below the surface, the more you'll end up hating what you find. I observe TikTok in my everyday life, not because I use it. I was lucky enough to escape that cycle months ago, but I see other people around me using it, and it's genuinely scary. The constant overstimulation of content flow, this instant gratification machine. But yet, this is unfortunately the hill we've decided to die on as a society. So, let's stop looking at this issue so broadly. We have to dive deep into the world of TikTok to see just what we gotten ourselves into.
And we lose the vocab bowl. I kill the dog.
Chapter 3, a brief and non-comprehensive.
That's actually pretty funny. Let's add this to cart.
Yet terrifying rundown of TikTok's past controversies, because I guess I have nothing better to do with my life. And strap in, because these are insane. Like, I'm genuinely shocked as to how some of these flew under my radar. There's nothing in here anyway, I don't know who I'm kidding. Maybe you've heard some of these, but either way, it's juicy gossip. And by juicy gossip, I mean ableism, racism, and foreign policy violations.
Yikes.
1. 2020, the little BLM debacle. In this fun little PR disaster, TikTok briefly blocked, or I'm sorry, had a teeny whittle, eeny bitty whittle display glitch that mysteriously showed activist hashtags as having 0 views. A classic hallmark of being shadow banned. Apparently these hashtags were flagged for hate speech, or possibly anti-bullying. I don't
Yo, let's go.
know. TikTok doesn't seem to know either. Either way, naturally they had to shut down evil phrases such as pro-black, black success, as well as BLM, Black Lives Matter, so on and so forth. Crazy how that works, man. You think they'll notice? And you know what? If that's a one-time thing, that's fine. Terrible optics, but you know what? We all make mistakes. We all
happens several more
deserve a
times.
second chance, as long as they don't do anything else that's super shitty.
It happens several more times.
And might threaten their credibility. 2. 2022, data in China. Okay, real quick, this is going to be a reoccurring theme throughout this video, so I want to address this now. When we talk about the problematic nature of Chinese companies having access to US data, let's be very clear. The criticism and the negativity is for the government, not the people. The government. Xenophobia is a very real thing that definitely happens, especially when discussing this specific issue, but I want you to know now, that is not what this is. So I'm gonna be sensitive, but in this video, people does not equal government. Got it? Good. I better not see any terminally online brain-broken takes in the comment section about this. You have been warned. Now,
Let's go.
you'll never believe this, but guess what TikTok got caught doing? Which, fun fact, goes against their testimony from earlier where they told Congress that that was not possible. So, if you had violation of national security, racism bots, and now perjury because nothing
Racism bots, let's go. Racism bots.
matters anymore, I'm beyond delighted to inform you that you got a fucking bingo. Congratulations. 3. 2020, data collection fucky wucky. So, in 2020, TikTok was sued for improper collection of data from minors. Yay! As well as nearly 90 million users' sensitive data. TikTok in a
Yikes.
statement denied these claims and then proceeded to pay out $92 million. So, you know, I can't say whether they did it or not, but I'm pretty sure they did. For 2020, the ugly...
Yeah, they kind of fucking paid that shit, which means they did that shit. They did that shit. They were paying a fine. Fuck out of here.
content policy. Okay, this one is definitely my favorite one just because of how blatantly evil it is. Like, it's almost campy. Because, like, it would totally be weird and creepy if TikTok had an actual policy specifically hiding content for people deemed less physically appealing than others, right? Here's a leaked internal document of that policy. Abnormal body shape, chubby, have obvious beer belly, obese, or too thin, not limited to dwarfism, ugly facial looks, including disformatted face.
This is real? Yo, TikTok is evil. I knew it.
Fangs, lack of front teeth, senior people with too many wrinkles, obvious facial scars.
That's why when I have like, cause I do clips on TikTok, and sometimes when I put like a person's face on the front of it, sometimes it gets like no views or whatnot, right? Or like it gets shadow banned, right? So when I switch it like to like a scenery and whatnot, the views spike. So okay, so there is an algorithm bot that does that. I didn't know that. Now is it by race? Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. So that's minors data. There we go.
Because, like, it would totally be weird and creepy if TikTok had an actual policy specifically hiding content for people deemed less physically appealing than others, right?
Oh wait, they just did the BLM stuff, but
here's a leaked internal document of that policy. Abnormal body shape, chubby, have obvious beer belly, obese, or too thin, not limited to dwarfism, ugly facial looks, including disformatted face, fangs, lack of front teeth, senior people with too many wrinkles, obvious facial scars, or facial deformities, not limited to eye disorders, crooked mouth disease, and...
I don't want to read that.
Obvious facial scars or facial deformities, not limited to eye disorders, crooked mouth disease, and...
Okay, so unlike diverse videos, which the content itself is the mainly the focus, and the non diversified content, the character herself is basically the only focus of the video. Therefore, if the character appearance or the shooting environment is not good, the video will not be much be not the video will be much less attractive, not um not worthing to be recommended to new viewers. Wow, really? So if I just do sceneries and backgrounds, could I get like shit recommended to new viewers? Because if that's so, I can abuse that. That can be hyper abused. Let's go.
What? Here's why they did it. The character himself / herself, the character. These people literally treat you like pawns in their game of social capital. Is basically the only focus of the video. Therefore, if the character's appearance or the shooting environment is not good, the video will be much less attractive, not worthy to be recommended to new users. Jesus Christ, man.
Right?
You know
Right?
you're like the bad guy, right? Like that's some villain shit. 5, 2020, deleting and shadow banning videos regarding, how do I say this without getting demonetized? Certain atrocities committed by...
Oh yeah, okay. Senior TikToker exclusives admitted the company used to censor content critical of China, specifically with regards to the hunger situation.
Certain countries on a certain minority group. Yeah, let's go with that. So TikTok was just caught flat out censoring these videos, which obviously is not okay. That should be instantly disqualifying alone for a company's reputation.
Why is this website not gone yet?
Disgusting.
I know I'm supposed to be editing videos, but this shit's interesting.
I don't care what you say about the app,
Hold on,
whether
let's
you like it
switch.
or not.
Switch to this, to that, and let's switch this to that. There we go.
In my mind, screw TikTok forever. Unfortunately, there's not really much we can do about it. This app is far too ubiquitous and addictive for people to give up on it. And whether we like it or not, short form is here to stay. Which is why, naturally, people have figured out how to maximize growth on it. Because where there's controversy, there's attention. And who doesn't love attention more?
Oh, we're about to find out about a different kind of clout demon. Let's go. I actually gotta list these.
Then musicians.
Wait, what?
You got something to say?
Wow. TikTok dominates the music charts. Every popular
I knew that's fake, but
to give up on it. And whether we like it or not, short form is here to stay. Which is why, naturally, people have figured out how to maximize growth on it. Because where there's controversy, there's attention. And who doesn't love attention more than musicians?
That's so perfectly cut, because, like, how the way it was cut or whatnot, she didn't have to do anything. All she had to do was this move, but how the way it was cut, it was like she could have just said anything.
You got something to say?
Hold on.
Growth on it. Because where there's controversy, there's attention. And who doesn't love attention more?
Sorry. This is funny.
You got something to say?
Yeah, that baby's definitely. Oh no, that was there. That has to be a fake baby. That has to be fake. That has to be a fake baby. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I accidentally pressed the mute button.
You got something to say?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a doll.
TikTok dominates the music charts. Every popular song nowadays can most likely at least
Okay, it's definitely a doll. I was like, that looks weird. So like, that's not. There was a CG, so I have to re-look at it. No, it's a doll.
attribute a small amount of its success to TikTok. Now, obviously this makes sense. TikTok is an app built from entirely music and other copyrighted content, which somehow, even though this video is excessively long, we just don't have time to get into today. Suffice to say, record labels and distributors have just kind of begrudgingly accepted their new master after seeing the sales numbers. Every time a new song goes viral or a star is born, it always comes back to TikTok. It's just always there. Not only does it dominate the regular radio waves, there have also just been literal stations that have popped up just to play TikTok music. No, thank you. Someone make them stop now. So with all that being said, maybe we should take a minute to understand this. Besides, this video's not long enough yet anyway. There are two types of growth on TikTok, organic and non-organic, with two genders. Organic growth on the app is when a song or musician just blows up out of nowhere purely off its own merit. This can happen in two ways. The first way being the gold standard, where a TikToker randomly finds the song and creates a trend or something. Whatever you people do, whether that be a shitty dance trend or a joke template, etc. This is the gold standard because think about it. It's marketing 101, people. With no
I can see those templates because the joke template is really strong. Like I've watched this one joke template that's on Instagram about this dude who like shakes the camera extremely fucking hard, but like he's supposed to be like angry at some shit. Cause let's say if like he's angry at somebody who's lifting weights with more weights.
overhead budget nor
Like, why do you need to pick up the whole machine, my guy?
AstroTurf trend setting. That may be the only thing in this world that could.
Like, I'm doing a little template right now, the VTuber template. Got like a little character here on the side, got the little screen here with the little screen right here. Got the little fucking the life bar under me.
Bring a marketing major to have a single human emotion. Congratulations. Couple that with the fact that the artist's name and song title are embedded in every video it's used on. I'm starting to understand why these little goblins allow this. You little submissive little beta. Someone please make her stop talking. Please, for the love of God, make it stop. I did not write that joke. Shut up. This whole system can only really continue because they see results. Songs will occasionally blow up months or even years after they're released just because some teenager found it and thought it was funny, unknowingly unleashing a forest fire of earworms on the general public, all just for a silly little joke. Are profit margins a game for you? The second type of organic reach is artist marketing. This is where musicians will typically perform their music or sing along to it, try to start a trend. The hope being that it'll start gaining a wider audience and thus bringing it to more people. This is generally accepted amongst TikTok because it still feels homegrown, like they're not trying to hide anything. You know what their intentions are, they know what their intentions are, everybody's happy. It's still got that organic, homegrown feel to it. This is especially true when artists don't have a lot of followers yet. When massively popular musicians do it, people start asking questions about how involved their label is. I mean, at a certain point, it's like demeaning, right? There have been many examples of artists just having their label thrust upon them these TikTok requirements and just not doing well. So yes, it is demeaning, but at a certain point, if you're gonna swim with the sharks, you might as well do it in style. I respect the hell out of these artists. They probably don't want to be doing this shit. I mean, after all, the reasoning behind this is there are so many examples of artists blowing up their streaming numbers massively because the shit works. It's been proven time and time again you can effectively market yourself as long as you try to form a genuine connection with your audience and not talking down to them. But yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, at the end of the day, people are still gonna make fun of you. As a great philosopher once said, hating is good, actually. Now, at the end of the day, this is all marketing, and your initial reaction to that might be shock, because people don't like being advertised to. But that's kind of just the thing, right? It's all about optics. Everything in life is optics, honestly. Nothing matters. Don't do, say. Don't act, say you will act. That's how all of this works, right? This doesn't look like advertising. This looks like someone's dream coming true. At least that's the story you go with anyway. You can't tell me out in the field, merit alone will magically make a song popular in the same way it could on TikTok. Perhaps it could at a certain point in an artist's career, but when you're just starting out, you don't have that level of reach. I wonder if this applies to anything else. If this exact video were filmed with a high budget production and a little sponsored logo next to it with the same song, I'm still willing to bet it would get significantly less streams. But that doesn't stop record labels from weaseling their way around this. Musical astroturfing. Musical astroturfing is a term I just made up, so cite me, bitch. Artists and labels paying large TikTokers to use a specific song in one of their videos in an attempt to look like organic growth, but in actuality, it's just a modern day payola scam. It's slimy, but it's also so juicy. I would watch a 2-hour YouTube documentary on the origins of that sound effect. There have been a lot of numbers thrown around, but suffice to say, TikTokers at a certain level are gonna make a lot of money off this. I mean, I guess I'd rather be paid to promote a song than, I don't know, weight loss tea? Is that still a thing? Forgive me, my brain hasn't updated since like 20.
Is weight loss tea still a thing? Weight loss tea? Oh, what the hell happened? I looked this up and all my screens went minimized. What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry if I haven't paused in the cool minute. I'm just really watching this. He's actually spitting a lot of facts, and I'm really paying attention to this. But I did have to pause it like for one thing. But like wasn't diet tea like a snake oil or some shit like that? Like, didn't that shit not work? Probably have to do it like this. Probably have to make it like.
2016. I mean, look, at a certain point, this is just our future, right? Sometimes I get recommended a song on Spotify and I think, wow, that's so cool and unique. I'm so special. And I go to the profile and I see that it's from a TikToker and I get really sad. It happened 3 separate times just in the last month while I was writing this video. Make it stop. I thought we had something, man. But let's bring it back more generally now. Because artists aren't the only ones creating on this app. It's everybody. Whether you're trying to promote your music or you're just having fun, the algorithm is built off of user-generated content. So, what about the money?
Do you make money off of fucking TikTok? That's what I want to know. 'Cause, fucking, YouTube does it for shorts now. Hey, fly me to the moon.
Look, that's great and all, but if we're gonna send the next generation of children down this endless pipeline of suffering and renegades, I might as well know who's getting financially compensated for it. So, how much can I get paid for this?
Pending? Pending? Hold on.
We had something, man. But let's bring it back more generally now. Because artists aren't the only ones creating on this app. It's everybody. Whether you're trying to promote your music or you're just having fun, the algorithm is built off of user-generated content. So, what about the money?
Like a hamster having the time
Look,
of his
that's
life.
great and all, but if we're gonna send the next generation of children down this endless pipeline of suffering and renegades, I might as well know who's getting financially compensated for it. So, how much can I get paid for this?
There'd be a lot of minuses, jeez.
What? You're telling me we're psychologically damaging our children and I can only make a few pennies off of it? You think you could do this without me? That's literally my job. I will have you know I am the only one around.
Hold on. Say something. Just a sec. What up, Raven? Oh shit. I can't do anything about ads, bro. I really can't do anything about that. I turned them off, and they still throw them up there, bro. So like, um, I'm about to say something about this, and this is about to be fucked up. What I'm about to say. You can't make money off of just content creation alone. Oh, just chilling, chilling. Smoking some weed. I learned how to roll up a joint properly. I mean, a blunt properly. But like, I kind of like only hit it twice because I don't really smoke blunts, really. But no, hey Raven, guess what I got done doing? So the whole reason why I'm streaming today is because fucking I put my new video card and my new power supply into my PC, and I'm kind of scared because I can't play Elden Ring because it used 100% of my CPU power, and yeah, I can't play Elden Ring because it used 100% of my CPU power, and I have to use the Vulcan version of Rainbow Six Siege because the normal version used 100% of my CPU power. Of when I was playing before, when I had my other graphics card, it was only took like 50%. But no, the graphics card in here, a fucking monster. I was playing fucking Elden Ring at like 3K, my guy. I was like, okay, I see why my CPU's yelling at me. So I like turned it down to 1080. Still was at 100% CPU use, so I'll turn that shit right off. So yeah. Other than that, I'm just watching this queen that's in front of me right now. Talk about how bad TikTok is.
You're allowed to induce fear and existential dread into the mind.
But no, what I was gonna say was TikTok is not a place where you can make money or grow a career on. You have to have other sources like a job and or be really good at content creating on the other platforms because TikTok ain't it.
Of my devout viewers, not this fucking guy. Ah, shit. And that's why you should go to patreon.com/Mia.
I need to start making Patreon so I can just have them the bottom one out, you know.
Where
Have it pop up as a GIF in the chat. By the way, this is how much TikTok pays for a million views. Gee. But it showed people were getting paid, but like,
what about the money? Look, that's great and all, but if we're gonna send the next generation of children down this endless pipeline of suffering and renegades, I might as well know who's getting financially compensated for it. So, how much can I get paid for this?
But it's hard to. No. Showing what she's showing right now, yeah, it's possible. But bro, you can't turn TikTok viewing into a fucking career if they're showing shit like this. Like this is real. Like I know you're trying to be like on the positive side of it, but like fucking, it's not a positive thing. It's people was making like fucking $42. Like this guy has over 1 million views and he's looking at his shit right now, and he only got $3.95, bro. Like I barely get views on this shit. I still got paid over $100. if anyone's curious about how much TikTok Creator Fund pays you as a micro influencer, this is my earnings since September 2021. Oh God, they're all in change. Oh no! Hold on. 24 cents, 9 cents, 86 cents, 30 cents. Oh fuck! Like at least we make $2 per ad, but fucking A. Pending. Hold on. Pending. Hold on. We gotta go back to the pending. Fuck! It went back too far. Oh my god, why is the scene in between it so long?
An existential dread into the minds
I'm
of my
gonna have to
devout
like
viewers.
fucking
Not this
spam this
fucking
bitch.
guy. Ah,
Hold on. So I can see chat. Also, you have to remember TikTok videos aren't that long. No, 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 no. I totally understand that. But like honestly, seeing their earnings, you're not gonna make that much money if you try to put TikTok as a career. But if you do put TikTok as a career or whatnot, especially where they actually do play like a shit ton of ads on your shit, I don't know. Maybe I'm too ignorant about this. Maybe like she hasn't showed the whole thing or like brought it
shit.
out. TikTok, Mia Cole.
And that's why you should go to patreon.com/MiaCole, where every dollar you pledge goes right back into poisoning your brain over and over again. Streamers, if you gotta go pee, feel free to pause here. The attention economy is one of the largest growing markets for little bottom-feeding venture capitalists.
I like how her editor puts a little bar at the bottom of there so he can tell you how long the ad is or tell you how fast the ad is. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Marketing 101 says people like celebrities, therefore get celebrities to
Oh
advertise
yeah, my
your
mask
product.
is new
However,
now. I
that
put a new
celebrity has been
coating on it.
democratized and influencers more or less run the world for better
It's
or for worse.
kind
That
of
means
metal,
there's a
but
whole
it's
new
kind of
valve
like want to make it
untapped
look like
potential
plastic as
growing
fuck.
every day. Join the content farm. These companies want to build off of these audiences to market to them on a never before seen scale, where attention bleeds like oil and followers are nothing more than liquid gold. However, if
Liquid's gold, gold, gold. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Gold. No, wrong one. Damn it! I went back too far. No, where am I? Oh no. There we go. We're back, guys.
Untapped potential growing every day. Join the content farm. These companies want to build off of these audiences to market to them on a never before seen scale, where attention bleeds like oil and followers are nothing more than liquid gold. However, if brands
after I put in this new graphics card, I just said fuck it. I hopped on Unity or whatnot and just started building the character on stream.
were really smart, they'd start their own little astroturfed online personalities, getting people to grow genuinely fond of them, and then shilling their corporate little marketing shell. Buzzword, 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 buzzword. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a girl in her room alone, making videos for her friends and family. And also that Downy detergent is 3 times more effective. See, I could do
Hey yo, YouTube algorithm, thank you for sending me this queen. I think I might end up sipping her for her, like I sent for Shu.
this so
I don't really sip for Shu. Her room's too dirty.
easily. You wouldn't even see it coming. The longer you sit here watching this, you're just tempting God not to put a mid-roll ad right in the middle of my sentence. I have YouTube Premium though, so that would never happen. Now, while
I have YouTube ad blocker, so that would never happen.
I happen to be a dialed-in little conniving super genius with an aptitude for acquiring women and money. For those that may not be as in the know, let's define attention economy. The attention economy is the idea that human attention is a valuable commodity that can be bought and sold.
Yeah, that's why every time, like, when people be sending me videos, especially dumbass videos, I always request a refund because, like, yeah, man, I want my time back. I hate when I watch videos that just make me upset and or mad. Like, I hate when I learn shit that I don't want to learn. It's like, can I please get a refund of my knowledge and my time? Be like, nah, you can't get that time back.
Can and thus should be used for monetary benefit, just like everything else in life. It's also significantly intertwined with advertising, as if you're paying attention to an advertisement, the brand is injecting its little poison into you. After all, human attention is the ultimate goal of advertising. Maximize engagement while informing you about a
You know, watching shit like this is gonna make me bitter as fuck.
product. Done. Company, hire me, I'll fix you. These ads also have to be at least a certain level of enjoyable so that consumers don't either resent you or click away. This industry works hand in hand with the creator economy, which is a made-up word we use to feel special. Fuck you. If some
Hey, yo, she's right. She's right. Hey, yo, she's 100% right.
Figured it out by now, creators on social media make money through advertising. The little ad you skipped before my video, yeah, that would have been money in my pocket. A rough estimate of how much a creator makes on a site like this is about $2 to $4 per 1,000 monetized views. So just remember, if you use ad block, you're taking food directly out of the mouths of creatives and their families.
Patreon.
But that then begs the question, if you get paid even fractionally for every monetized view on this platform, how is TikTok paying people? Yeah, TikTokers get paid like shit. TikTok pays creators in a wild ass way. I'm sure if you've scrolled the app for any amount of time, you've realized the various ads they have in between videos. Except, small issue, you can't have an ad in between every video. Otherwise your viewers would beat you with a stick. So like, how does this work then? How do you monetize on TikTok? Well, let me introduce you to the dreaded, sick, twisted, and sadistic system known as the Creator Fund. The Creator Fund is like the wildest way I've
I will leave your stream up in the background for noise as I clean. Alright, fam.
ever seen a company try to make up for not paying their
This is funny as fuck.
creators.
Can you tell me about the Creator Fund?
Damn, he's taking off the glasses.
The Creator Fund, I'm not a part of it.
Why is that?
Partially, it cuts viewership literally in half. From my point of view, it's essentially just a ploy to not give creators as much money. And also, I don't want to give them my credit card information.
Yeah, so
yeah, no, I feel that.
basically TikTok just threw their money at everyone and said, here, take it. We're doing proportional splits. Fun fact, TikTok is actually the origin of communism. The Creator Fund is basically like a shared inheritance of ByteDance money. And then creators get paid a fractional amount of that money depending on the percentage of views they brought into the platform. I actually found certain sources close to TikTok, but not directly from TikTok, that claim these creators were making $2 to $4 per 1,000 monetized views, which is eerily similar to YouTube, like extremely similar. It's basically the same split. However, when you actually break that figure down, it just doesn't track. It doesn't match personal testimony and also just basic logic. When the Creator Fund first launched last year, TikTok promised to dump around $200 million in it. Sounds like a lot, right? The issue though is that TikTok made about $4 billion in 2021 and also gets millions, if not billions of views a day. All of which, need I remind you, is generated from user created
Gotta rewind
content.
that. I gotta,
The app
what
is
was that
literally
image?
nothing with all of you, and yet somehow you still get paid generated from user created content. The app is literally nothing without you, and yet somehow you still get paid pennies to do their dirty work. At what point do we stop licking the boot? TikTok projected it would make around $10 billion.
She probably snaps twice.
In 2022. And yet, despite promises that it would eventually increase the Creator Fund to about $1 billion, we've heard nothing. They've suddenly gone silent about where the funds stand now. Probably because they have bigger things to worry about, but also possibly because Google stepped in to monetize their TikTok clone platform. It's pretty clear that TikTok's solution to paying their creators fairly has been, to put it lightly, a total failure, which is why creators have been forced to turn to alternatives to get paid for their work. A shady industry full of lies, scams, and exploitation, known as TikTok sponsorship.
Yo, let's go.
I'm about to do something that could possibly get me blacklisted from all possible TikTok sponsorships in the future. And to that, I say, good. Stop emailing me. I don't make TikTok. But you know, comment below if I should start one though. As someone in the creator industry, I think I have a unique look into how these deals work. I've looked into how the system is run immensely, and what I've found is it's built off of exploitation. Don't get me wrong, of course there are sponsors that are in fact legit. But I'd go as far as to estimate that around 80% of TikTok sponsorship inquiries are scams. Whether that means contracts with devious fine print, excessive deliverables, undervaluing of work, or just straight up not real. TikTokers are unfortunately forced to sift through these in order to just make money off their job. Wow, I never thought I would be white knighting for TikTokers.
That's so hilarious. Ah, shit. So like, fuck, man. So, TikTok sponsors was like MLMs or MCMs. I think it's MCMs. Right? Yeah, it's MCMs that they used to have for like YouTube and shit. Like I was a part of MCM until like everybody's like fucking shit got nuked out.
But here we are. It's generally good to push for positive change on all platforms.
I was only monetized for 2 years on YouTube until that shit got booted.
Even if they go direct.
And I did nothing wrong either. They just boosted up the requirements, and my shit didn't even make it through the legacy shit. It's like, get fucked. You're not making content anymore. I mean, you're just not monetized anymore.
Against us. Unless you're on Twitch, in which case I'm praying for your downfall. Whether you like TikTok or not, people should get paid fairly for their work. That's just a line in the sand for me. Hello, dear creator. On behalf of one of our clients, Censored Vape, a vape brand. Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed. I'm sincerely reaching out to you and sending a collaboration proposal in which you will be paid and sponsored to create content to shoot a video for specified vape company. Deliverables you need to do in this campaign. Shoot a video for Censored showcasing or trying it. We will provide brief about content creation requirements and ideas afterwards. Afterwards? You mean after I try your sketchy vape? Only then will you tell me what I need to do?
Well, yeah, that's how they do it. They want you to buy their product first and then review it, so you can give them money so they could quote unquote. So basically, you pay them to become their sponsor, so they give you free shit later on.
Needless to say, I did not take that deal, though I definitely thought about it. But that's just one example of the kind of emails TikTokers get. It's kind of hard to trust any of these companies, but that's just the reality of the situation. If TikTok refuses to pay their creators fairly, they have to resort to these methods. And according to some testimony I found online, they're still very much not paying their creators fairly. But let's get back to the basics. This whole notion of influencer is just a bit too pointed. All of this is assuming that these people want to be influencers in the first place. Now, to be fair, there's a good chance they do. Not to brag, but this is the most coveted job title amongst teens, so. Yes, I am very successful, thank you for noticing. Only 30K, yet she bought these lights, how does she do it? There are over 1 billion active monthly users on this platform. And according to some estimates, close
I have been asked to sell out for Raid Shadow Legends, and I was like, no, bro, no, get that Raid Shadow Legends money. That's Raid Shadow Legends. Shit, I wish Raid Shadow Legends came up at me talking about, hey, fam.
to 80% of them.
We give you that check. All I want is to do like a Adult Swim theme, tribute to MF Doom. If Raid Shadow Legends roll up on me, because I will work on that video on my hardest. It will take me a couple of months, but I will work on that video. If Raid Shadow Legends roll up on me, thought about, hey, sponsor us. That and Burger King. I will sit for Burger King.
Have tried posting a video at least once. That inevitably leaves room for a good amount of people to blow up without meaning to. Being thrust into a spotlight they did not ask for. One minute you had a hobby, an escape from reality. But guess what? Now you have a brand. What now?
So I love her editing. Or whoever edits her stuff, I'm envious, honestly. Cause it's a simple B-roll, a lot of like simple cuts and stuff like that, but like the snap cuts are really on point. Especially with the what you call it? Especially with the fucking, I forgot what it's fucking called. Let me just play the video. I'll think of it in a minute. Continuity. There we go. Especially with the continuity of her snapping her fingers is really good.
Shit. Where was I?
We have nothing to fear.
Hey, yo, let's go.
But fucking getting killed.
What?
Shit. Where was I?
We have nothing to fear but fucking getting killed.
Let's go. Also, I don't have the editing software to make videos. Oh, dude, there's a lot of editing softwares out there. DaVinci Resolve is really good. But they do have pay, but they also have free stuff too. But like, use DaVinci Resolve for like any free software. But make sure you get like 2 video editors, cause you might want to use one for like visual effects and use another one just for like editing, cause like there's a lot of free editors out there. And make sure like you watch videos on it and get reviews, cause sometimes people be having some weird ass shit out there, bro. But if DaVinci Resolve has a free trial, grab that.
Every day, people on this app go from normal, regular, possibly even functioning members of society to full-blown.
I probably got an extra key. I gotta check. If something pops off on Humble Bundle, I throw you a link because usually it's cheap on Humble Bundle. Because Humble Bundle usually like, because I get email deals and shit like that, so that's why I like usually get like an up-to-date version of Sony Vegas. Like I would get 22, but like my CPU can't handle it because my CPU is a 64-bit, and I think Windows Pro 2022, Windows Pro. I mean Sony Vegas Pro 2022 is like 84-bit or something like that. Sorry, I'm just stretching right now, and it feels nice. Whew.
Influencers, and like a lot of them are teenagers. It's a really uncomfortable fact a lot of us don't really want to think about, but it's true. Teens are unfortunately real. TikTok is ultimately a video
Teens
platform.
are real.
However, due to the short and sweet
Teens are real.
nature
No, that's a fantasy thing. There's just kids and then adults.
of the platform, as well as the
and then old people.
normalization of short form across all social media. People also
What is this myth that we call teens?
use it passively to contribute to the content well. Much like an Instagram account, people perform for the vacuous void of bots and friends. However, with an algorithm like TikTok, anybody can blow up at any time for
Hey, I almost throwing them. They're probably still playing. Me, however, I'm taking a break.
any reason without warning. Because TikTok isn't just a video sharing platform. It's a social media site. And a key characteristic of all social media sites is the dividing line between accounts. Those who are public figures and those who are passive observers. However, on TikTok, that line can be blurred very easily. And if that's not what you want, I mean, what do you do? TikTok is like the love child between YouTube and Instagram. And if you're a Silicon Valley investor, bro, that's kind of your thing. So you're
hey, yo. Hey, yo. It's too early for motherfuckers to be doing this shit to me. Hey, yo. Alright.
Your hobby has become a business, and now you're staring down the barrel of commodifying your entire soul for the sake of money, admiration, and followers. Good. You're right on track. Typically, the life cycle of a content creator is it starts out with desire. Whether that's to show off skills, make the
Yeah. That's another cloud demon. I think I have that cloud demon. Desire.
world a better place, or simply just to get famous. I'm not saying that's necessarily a good or bad thing, but it does happen.
Desire.
I don't want money or fame, though. I'm a pure artist. You know, I'm just sharing my gift with the world, and
fucking plugs, let's go.
You know, I do this whether I commodified my soul or not, honestly. Then comes the discovery phase, where you kind of venture into creating whatever you want. It's never really good at first, but you kind of just have to figure it out. However, you also may continue working on your craft, and after an indefinite amount of time, you could start gaining recognition for the things you make. Congratulations, you won the game. Are you happy? Now with TikTok, so that entire model can be scrapped because the barrier to entry is significantly lower. You're encouraged in-app to feed the content machine, and it can also be a fun social thing to do with friends. A lot of the initial barriers that would stop people from creating content on other platforms just don't really exist here. All you need is a phone. And don't get me wrong, that's great, that's wonderful. I'm all for the democratization of creativity. That's good. Give the world your gift if you truly have one. But not everyone has one.
Not everyone has one. That face.
Stop it. The only issue here is that it's so easy that people can kind of accidentally fall into the machine. Low barrier to entry plus conditions willing to spread anything rapidly is a recipe for A, wildfires, and B, teenagers. Before TikTok even launched and the app was still Musical.ly, I was already fascinated by the social implications. But even now, I still wonder, with the largest demographic being teens, I'm just dying to know how this affects high school social circles. Like, what happens when videos blow up? Does that creep into the schools? Or is there gossip? Is there a risk of bullying? I was practically frothing at the mouth for my silly little answers when I remembered, oh, I could just ask one.
Can you tell me about the psychological effects of blowing up?
Blowing up.
Like a bomb?
The weirdest part was just people at school saying, I saw your TikTok.
Oh, that's an hourglass with a snake on it. Yo, I'm envious. She got black sand in there. I'm so mad. This room makes me upset. Hey, yo, her manga collection. She got Uzumaki Toma. Oh, she likes Tome? Yo. Yo, she got Uzumaki just sitting right there. Fuck, the weeping me's out right now.
I was like, huh? Yeah.
What's that like?
Weird, because I don't know who they are. You're like my therapist right now. Taking this off. There was definitely a period of time where there were people at school who said hello to me who I thought were like the popular kids or the cool kids. They're no longer interested in engaging with me socially because I don't have anything to give to them. There's nothing to gain.
This comes with an incredible amount of power.
That's why I don't try to get close to like people who are like super big and famous and stuff like that. Like if I want to meet someone like somebody from No Jumper, I probably could do it. But like, fucking, I like it's like if there's a YouTuber that I know that more views and whatnot on me, like I'll be cool with them or whatnot, but I won't promote their shit unless like they promote me or something like that. And I don't even want that, you know.
And with said power, the implications
Like, it feels weird advertising on other people's platforms and stuff. It just feels weird.
are endless. And you know me, if I see implications of power, god damn it, am I gonna get to the bottom of it? The internet is forever. It's already been proven time and time again. People have been fired from their jobs for TikTok. That's the mark of a powerful platform if I've ever seen one. We already live in the dystopia of our dreams. We're all James Gunn now. We've
James Gunn.
James Gunn. Every day we give the power to change your life forever, whether positively or extremely negative, and we put it in the hands of elementary schoolers. That's insane. You're insane. Why would you do that? This generation doesn't have the luxury of being lost to.
Dude, I hope our generation's not gonna be fucked when they get adult, or not our generation, but like the youngest generation is not gonna be fucked when they get adults because, yikes.
Time. Everything is documented and we just have to live with that. TikTok plays a massive role in this and has a huge responsibility for the giant social media leader of a generation. And that's terrifying. I don't trust them to make good updates to their app, much less my soul. The same company that systematically censors marginalized voices. The same fuckers who came up with the ugly content policy, which I cannot stress enough, was real. This is the company we've put our trust in for the future generations. This is where we're having cultural conversations. Is that not insane to you? TikTok
Yeah, that's just nuts.
messes with the brain chemistry of these children. The constant pressure to always be prettier, always be funnier, consume more, be active. Why aren't you feeding the machine right now? Your last video didn't get enough likes. Somebody else is getting the attention you solely deserve. You're falling off. You're not good enough. It may not be tangible, but God, if it's real. And I know what you're thinking.
Man, she would just sound like my therapist right now.
Mia, how do you know? Why do you feel so qualified to speak so strongly on a topic you have no personal experience with? I suppose I had to tell you at some point.
She actually got a TikTok account.
I have an addictive personality. I don't say that as an offhanded remark, that's just a family trait. So when I talk in videos about being obsessed with the little numbers in my phone, that doesn't just come from a place of pure arrogance, which is why I held off as long as I could, but finally, in August of 2020, I made my first TikTok. That's right.
Called it.
I've been gaslighting you for an entire year. This whole TikTok thing seems like a really cool app. Let me know if I should start one. Comment below if I should start a TikTok or something. TikTok, on the other hand, oh boy. TikTok. Cassie waking up 4 days later and suddenly you have 100,000 followers on TikTok. Make it stop. Comment below if I should start a TikTok. Honestly, I'd rather die, but you know, anything for the algorithm. Comment below if I should start one. I watch shorts constantly as a supplement for TikTok because every time I go on that app, I just want to...
You know what's fucked up about TikTok? And if you don't have a dedicated home button or a dedicated like button that could let you go back to like the home screen, when you swipe to leave the screen, it will show you more videos if you try to leave the app. And it's dumb because like when you first took the app, you never really clicked on these videos, because when you go back on a video or whatnot, or when you click to go into like your profile, it takes you a long time too. They want you to watch half the video first before it loads. the fucking profile, no matter what. You can have no signal at all, but it will still load that video, that last video that played. Or you can have the best signal or whatnot. You can be on your PC. I don't know, man. TikTok just seems so predatory. Like, and I see it too. I see it. I see how predatory TikTok is.
This is by
And
far
it's
my
scary.
longest con. I've been planning this for over a year. I had a TikTok from the start and you fell for it. I got your ass. I uploaded my first video to the app and in under 6 hours I had gained 10,000 followers. Because I'm just that good. And I was hooked from there. Instantly, I understood the power of this platform, because in 6 hours, I had doubled the amount of followers that I'd gotten on YouTube in 6 years. And luckily enough, I have photo evidence of me falling down the rabbit hole in real time. And it's kind of uncomfortable.
In real time, in a photo, let's go.
1:03 p.m. first TikTok goes up. 1:49 p.m. 126 views, tons of notifications. And I was already hooked. 2:48 p.m., 10,000 views, over 1,000 followers. I was pretty much ready to quit YouTube. 6:52 p.m., 11,000 followers. And that was the final
Yikes.
nail in the coffin. Over the next few months, I continued posting consistently, forever chasing the high of the algorithm. It was almost like filling a void I didn't know was there from YouTube. I became legitimately obsessed with the numbers. My first video to cross over 100,000 views was embarrassingly me doing a parody of ASMR. And then only a week later, I got my first taste of virality with a video of mine hitting about just 900,000 views. Until finally, in February of 2021, I quit. For the first time. I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, it was messing with my head. I don't know how this sounds to you. If you haven't been in the situation, I don't know if you understand this, but if there's something you've wanted all your life and then you get it, but it's on this different platform, it starts to really fuck with you because it makes.
Hold on. Oh, sent to my Hotmail? Oh, sent to my Gmail. God damn, I had to log into my Gmail real quick.
You think like, was I not good enough? What did I do wrong? But like, what am I doing right now? And I don't know how I can explain to someone.
Yeah, I think I have that same issue too. Switch to there.
Who hasn't felt it before, but just know it is very real and it. Anyway, I quit for the first time, even going as far as to private all my videos. I swear off of it until summer rolled around and I figured, why not try again? Just have fun this time. It'll be easy. So I thought as a test run, I'll make 3 little videos and if they work, they work. If not, it's whatever. The first of which, by the way, is the first public video on my account right now, and it's still to this day what I consider my best
Vsauce parody. I think our highest video was for the podcast at like 1,100 video likes and views or whatnot. Oh, let's check since I just logged in. View profile, because I don't watch Fortnite. Our biggest video is at exactly. Yeah, 1,219. Which episode was that? Episode 48. Wait, where's the sound? Oh, it's muted.
Come back with.
Oh shit.
I feel like it wouldn't have gone as far as it did if he didn't come back with the whole thing of, oh, you're only it's all like you only subscribe to Pokimane because
Pokimane.
you want to fuck her and she's not gonna let you fuck her.
Well,
she already
let's
has a
all be
boyfriend.
real. Imagine you're. Let's see. I want to upload right now. Oh, we can upload videos up to 10 minutes? No fucking way. Yo, Let's see. Our second biggest video is 1221. No, actually, our third video is 1021. Our second video is 1039. Which one was this one? I know people are trying to like be more helpful by putting pronouns. Okay, nope. Where's the other one I just seen? What's this one? I have one.
That sucks. Okay, let's hear it.
All right, let's continue.
And probably only good TikTok. And then within 24 hours of coming back to TikTok, I had a video gain over 500,000 likes and nearly 2 million views. And I was hooked again. Except luckily this time I knew something was wrong. I wasn't making these because I thought it was fun. I was literally just doing it to chase a serotonin rush. An extremely powerful serotonin rush that I legally couldn't get anywhere else. I didn't like what I was doing. It didn't necessarily make me happy, but god damn it, if it didn't feel fucking valuable. For once. I know this is all so dramatic, but that's genuinely how I was feeling at the time. What can I say? I'm a dramatic bitch. So I went off and on again for a while. I had a few bangers there, a few misses there. But at the end of the day, finally, when everything just kind of wore off, I just felt kind of depressed. To the point where even now, I can't even open the app. I literally have so much anxiety.
Yeah, I feel. I was like that with YouTube when I first was uploading videos and stuff like that. I feel on like a couple of that, Like, cause like when you get your first 100 views or your first likes or your first dislikes, especially your dislikes, it's like you're when you're a content creator, you're more critical of your own stuff. When you're more critical or feel like you want to deal with being criticized instead of being praised, because being praised would feel less rewarding than being criticized. That's feels also less rewarding, but also it just confirms how much you suck. And like people would rather feel like they suck at something instead of like not understanding that they're actually really good at something. It's weird. We're our own worst critics.
Attached to it that I can't open the app. I've never felt that before. It's genuinely crazy. If I didn't have 99 plus notifications, I felt like a total failure because it was never good enough. There was never a point that I would be happy. And that is kind of cringe. Eventually my presence on TikTok fizzled out and I gave up on it forever. My last video went up in October. And that was it. Who knows if I'll ever return. After scrounging through national security reports and leaked internal documents, I don't really have any desire to be there. But what I will say is when I had to open the app and dig up my past content for this video, I felt it again. It's that little itch in the back of your brain telling you that you're missing out on something. You should just try it again. As if somehow things will just be magically better this time. I ended up with a total of around 160,000 followers. And that's good enough for me. When I had a video hit 1.9 million views, I was in school and I could kind of tell it was starting to make the rounds. People started asking me if I was the girl from TikTok, which is like soul crushing because I had been doing YouTube for like 8 years at that point. Like,
yikes.
Yes, this is my legacy. I made the funny ASMR TikTok. Thank you. I'm very talented.
Fuck, discoverability. Yikes.
Eventually it got to a point where I started to meet people, and it wasn't until like way after we started talking that they told me that they had actually seen my TikToks before. And that's a weird feeling because for me, TikTok is never something I've ever been proud of. I always had that question in my mind, why am I really doing this? I felt embarrassed to be known for something that was like the lowest of the low in my eyes. I'm a creative person. I want to make films. I want to make art. I want to make documentaries. I don't want to make TikToks. And luckily, eventually that's what caused my inevitable departure from the platform. Between the attention addiction, the constant pressure to post, the chaotic nature of the algorithm, it was all too much. I've never been anxious to open an app on my phone before. Say what you will, that's powerful. Point blank, I'm embarrassed of my time on TikTok. I played the game, I won the game, and I hated myself for it. The reason I gaslit you guys into thinking I didn't have it for over a year is partly because it's a joke, but partly because I'm anxious about it. I don't want people to think that I was just some TikToker who got popular and then moved to YouTube. Especially because despite my follower count, I probably got 2,000 subscribers from that at most. The conversion rate was terrible. Like all of my subscribers, like that's YouTube, that's not TikTok. I know it's crazy, the 15-second video platform doesn't translate well to 30-minute video essays. I was shocked too. And it especially didn't help my case that all my videos from 2014 to 2020 are like private. To summarize, to me, the idea of being a TikToker was lesser than. Not because I judged TikTokers, but because I judged myself. Because I don't want to be an influencer. I want to be an artist. I want to create things for you, and I want to be someone because of that work, not because of some dumb little throwaway thing. Although TikTok is powerful, it's not that powerful. I knew I needed to do things my own way. Knock, knock, bitch, it's me, the fun police. Oh, what the fuck was that? Let's talk about bad user interface. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
calm down for a second, dude. It's just an app. Chill.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
What the fuck? What? Hold on. Okay, so she's gonna go into the bad user interface response complaint that I said earlier, but no, that was, oof.
I knew I needed to do things my own way. Knock, knock, bitch, it's me, the fun police. Oh, what the fuck was that? Let's talk about bad user interface. Like, calm down for a second, dude. It's just an app. Chill.
Both of these fighters have dealt with custody battles involving their children.
The team bring up the wrong commentary. Ah, let's go.
What's this? Why are you doing this? Stop that right now. Why, yeah, yoda. 1. TikTok now. So after seemingly every single app on the planet copying TikTok, it was clear these guys were just frothing at the mouth to copy someone else. So the second they saw a new social media even gain an ounce of prominence, they were ready to strike. You gotta retain that precious teen demographic. Hey, TikTok, maybe stop trying to hang out with minors? Introducing TikTok Reel. TikTok now. This was just a bad move on TikTok's part. It looks strange, it feels strange, and I don't like it. I can't really consume content on the app anymore just due to like excessive anxiety and morals. But when I actually had to open it for research in this video, I saw that feature and I vomited in my mouth, which is always the hallmark of a good feature. Great job, guys. You think the ugly content policy applies to TikTok now? Like if I took a selfie with no makeup on, is a TikTok employee gonna come to my house, kick down my door, and beat the shit out of me? 2, the notification layout. Look, the video's over an hour long. I didn't want to keep editing the green screen. I'm sorry. Sue me. God. The notification layout on this app is a
Oh, so she does
the
the
recent
editing.
update, or I guess I don't know how recent it is anymore. I don't go in the app. The one that made it look like this. What the hell is this? Notification organization is something that most social medias have figured out by now. They debated for a while, but eventually settled on this individual.
Yeah, so the funny thing too, they just now added notifications to their browser. So I didn't know our videos were getting muted for the longest time. And now I know, because I use the phone app now, because I had to download the phone app to figure out what the fuck was going on with those videos. I couldn't remove them from the app. I mean, on the website.
/stacked group method. And it's fine, it works, it's whatever. But then TikTok came in and said, actually, fuck all of you, and then did like a 360 kickflip into whatever the hell this is. Honestly, it makes me miss the old method they had where it just kind of threw everything at you and it was like, whatever. I guess people didn't like that, so then some designer on the team was like, okay, let's mess with them now. And so naturally, they turned it into the worst shit I've ever seen. You have
Jesus
so
Christ.
much money. It just feels like it's so obviously desperately trying to induce that dopamine
Right?
rush in you. Is this cam? 3, designed for laziness.
I'm a designer, so this is like interesting stuff. So the most important thing that I think TikTok has done in the scope of internet culture is they have given in to every lazy urge that the consumer has. On TikTok, you can operate the entire app with your thumb right here. You can comment, you can save, you can like,
Yo, I never noticed that.
you can follow, you can access a profile, and then additionally, the only things that are difficult to do on the TikTok app are things that you're not supposed to do. Searching is not the best because you're not really supposed to search on TikTok. The content is supposed to find you.
As much as it pains me to say this, Rose is right here. TikTok is built around the whole idea that the app can be encapsulated by one hand on the right side of your screen. It's got all the necessary functionality in one corner to mindlessly scroll on it. It's designed for laziness. It's tempting you so bad to scroll. Oh, you want to scroll so bad. I know you want to scroll.
But hasn't every single app, hold on, let me look at the YouTube app real quick. Let's go to, alright, so the Facebook app or the Facebook Messenger app, everything's able to scroll on with one thumb, but you do have to use 2 thumbs on certain like button presses or whatnot. YouTube, let's look at YouTube. YouTube is also sort of made. Let's switch to shorts real quick. Ah, wow. YouTube has it too. Wow. Wow, YouTube has it as well. That's nuts.
So bad. It's built around the assumption that you as the user will turn your brain on autopilot and just kind of let it go. That way you can effectively be delivered as much user-generated content as it can throw at you. Just keep going down the rabbit hole. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Don't worry about it.
Looking at your notifications isn't the best because you're not supposed to have a detailed understanding of how many people are watching your videos. The notifications aren't meant to give you that much information, just to give you a dopamine rush. The app is mainly focused on getting you to stay longer, so the easiest things to do are the ones that increase retention and do not build a more complex relationship with the app. TikTok shows you videos that are good, but not too good, so that you remember that you can make those videos too.
The goal of the design is to pump you with as much content as you can until your brain inevitably fries over and you collapse into a pit of self-loathing and depression. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a good use of my time. God, do I love it here. 4 comments. Everything is hell. It's all...
I'm gonna rewind this back a little bit. Yeah, this is a huge form of laziness. Jeez.
To do. Searching is not the best because you're not really supposed to search on TikTok. The content is supposed to find you.
As much as it pains me to say this, Rose is right here. TikTok is built around the whole idea that the app can be encapsulated by one hand on the right side of your screen. It's got all the necessary functionality in one corner to mindlessly scroll on it. It's designed for laziness. It's tempting you so bad to scroll. Oh, you want to scroll so bad. I know you want to scroll so bad. It's built around the assumption that you as the user will turn your brain on autopilot and just kind of let it go. That way you can effectively be delivered as much user-generated content as it can throw at you. Just keep going down the rabbit hole. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Don't worry about it.
Looking at your notifications isn't the best because you're not supposed to have a detailed understanding of how many people are watching your videos. The notifications aren't meant to give you that much information, just to give you a dopamine rush. The app is mainly focused on getting you to stay longer, so the easiest things to do are the ones that increase retention and do not build a more complex relationship with the app. TikTok shows you videos that are good, but not too good, so that you remember that you can make those videos too.
The goal of the design is to pump you with as much content as you can until your brain inevitably fries over and you collapse into a pit of self-loathing and depression. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a good use of my time. God, do I love it here. 4 comments. Everything is hell. It's all hell forever, all the time. TikTok has become the platform of choice for hundreds of millions, which means it's now unfortunately a place where societal shifting discussions take place. I think this is good. It's all good. TikTok has and inevitably will continue to host cultural commentary, especially with all the young people on the app. Isn't that terrifying? Is it just me? TikTok, a place where misogyny and homophobia can be debated on in non-chronological comment threads of 150 characters each by trolls and teens. Are you scared? Does this not scare you? I find it slightly disheartening, yet also...
That's just a shitty app. That's not what it is. It's just a shitty app.
not surprising.
Like, would Vine have this issue if Vine was still out?
That TikTok couldn't even get comments right. Come on, man. Do something correctly for once in your life. Please, just make it better. Just please fix it, God. Simply, I have lost it. This app has so much potential, yet they fumbled the bag on every possible yard. Football, I guess. I don't know. Do you know football? I'm so scared. What are you hiding, ByteDance? You have to be hiding something. For a company that brings in tens of billions of dollars, you have to have some piece of information I don't have. Because from the outside looking in, you look incompetent. You are worse with your business than I am at making smooth transitions to the next part of the video. So I think by now it's pretty clear that TikTok perhaps maybe just kinda messed with my mental health, maybe just a little bit. The validation of meaningless little numbers is unfortunately gonna control my life for the foreseeable future. That's just gonna be something my brain has to get used to. But how does it affect you? Do you get validation from created on TikTok?
I got a bit of an ego boost for a little while. I definitely felt cooler than I actually was for about like 2 weeks, and then it wore off. I became like more obsessive than I already was about like checking viewer count, because I remember I knew that the video was gonna go viral after it got like 10,000 views in the first hour. I was like, oh, okay, I see
Oh, that's
where
why.
this is going.
Oh.
TikTok has clearly seeped its
Oh,
way
wow,
into the
the
minds
teeth
of
looks
others.
nice,
And when
actually.
follower counts and likes run the entire attention economy, it's not hard to see why. To many of us, especially those who actively rely on TikTok as a job, it dictates potential future monetary success. Everyone is chasing after number go up. It's not just me anymore. You fuckers fell for it too. TikTok leveled the playing field, and then we all took the bait. That's embarrassing for you, not for me. You should expect this kind of behavior from me. Not from you. Very disappointed. People, whether consciously or not, judge
Hold on, hold on,
others
hold on,
based
hold
on
on,
this
hold on. I was trying to pause it. Yeah, she's kind of right.
social hierarchy based on the little numbers in our phones. And when I finally take a step back and analyze this, it feels more and more.
You know what? I blame math. Why did math make number go up be a good thing?
Dystopian than ever, especially considering the prevalence of kids on this app. For a while, I felt so alone when I was younger. I started making videos when I was 9, and I constantly obsessed over it for years. I fell into that constant feedback loop from a really young age, and for a while it really was just me. Everywhere I looked, I couldn't find community. But now, I realize I was just the first through the cracks. A mere test subject for my peers before the floodgates burst open. And in that sense, I feel that I have a tremendous head start. That's why I do what I do. I know how to navigate this. This new age social scene to me is not new. All that's new is that everyone's a creator now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna hold my hand. Mia's here. I've been around the block a few times, kid. I know what's up. I'm going insane. Everyone is playing the social media game, and it's almost comical. Again, you fuckers fell for it, and it's so funny. Yes, I fell for it too, but at least I did it on purpose. Loser. Everyone is just like me for real now. And in that
Excuse me. Oh shit. Ooh. I should really turn on the heater. It's so cold in my house right now. Oh shit. Alright.
community, I almost feel a sense of camaraderie. And also, everyone's drowning. Oh God, please help me, I'm drowning. Please help, oh God, I don't want to die. Why are we doing this to ourselves? With so many disillusioned by the social media landscape, why are we still in it? I'll tell you why. It's the goddamn numbers. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It wasn't until a few months ago that I was able to escape the social validation race. And the only reason I was even able to partially escape was just because I have a real drive and passion to make art. I just want to make art. What am I doing? So instead of playing the game, I gave up. Screw the game. Everything I said in the Mr. Beast video, none of it's canon. Not in the Mia lore. Try to keep up. Anyway, so now that we all understand that we're playing a never-ending game of social validation, like the good little perpetual motion machines that we are, what is the kind of content that achieves heights on this platform? The peak of human performance, the very best that humanity has to offer, the thing that every single one of the higher-ups at these companies want you to see now. If I was your boyfriend, never let you go. What the fuck? What is this man? Who is he? Bring him here. I have questions. Do we gotta do this every time? Why is it always just some guy? Did you people even watch Chapter 7? Have you learned nothing? You do know this is online forever, right? What do you do if you try to get a job and your boss sees this? Me personally, I would just...
That's why I chose to become, like, anonymous, honestly.
Die, I think. The algorithm doesn't
I don't care if anybody,
effort.
like, I don't care if anybody finds out I do, like, stream or anything like that. It's just, like, it's better just to hold an anonymous character.
It may elevate certain creators, but internally, TikTok is looking for something anybody can do. That's the appeal. That's the machine. It wants you to produce. TikTok understands they need to keep the barrier to entry low, capture more consumers, and take them from passive viewers to active creators. That's the whole business model. The trade-off being your time, effort, and creativity, and in return, you get 3 community guidelines violations.
Hey, yo.
In my time on TikTok, I got a community guidelines violation about 4 or 5 times. Yeah, you could say I'm kind of cool, and also threaten the president. At some point, I just kind of assumed my account would get banned. If TikTok doesn't like something, they have no problem censoring it. And when they choose to go after you, they go after you hard. TikTok's community guidelines on the surface are pretty standard, however, are forced pretty sporadically and always have exceptions, exemptions, or just times where they want you gone.
Yeah, I need to figure that out because, like, when I try to, like, upload the Kevin Samuels thing, that was weird.
For example, TikTok doesn't want social activists using their platform. Point blank. If you attempt to do social activism on the platform, you better hope it's an issue they agree with you on. Because as shown time and time again, if you even dare criticize China, you're in for it. You can be blacklisted or removed altogether. Fun! One interesting little through line I found while digging through all the articles showcasing TikTok's various controversies. For example, the ugly content policy, where I cannot stress this enough. TikTok censored people for not being hot enough. Anytime this company is accused of doing anything bad, their defense is always the same. Senator, this policy hasn't been in place for over a year now, actually. Like, even their legal team has been TikTokified. Ugh, Mr. Speaker, that obstruction was so last season. Which is like, kind of genius, right? Like, it just blows right past the fact that that is an admission.
That's actually pretty smart. Just be like, yeah, we don't really enforce it, but it's still there. Like we just ignore it.
They just pled guilty. Other times they'll use the anti-bullying defense, which they're very well known to use.
At that time, we took a decision to not allow conflict on the platform, and so there was some incidents where content was not allowed on the platform, specifically with regard to the Uyghur situation.
The Uyghur situation? You mean the human rights atrocities? That situation? So you did censor it then. I'm going insane. This company is just so purely evil. Separately, in regards to the ugly content policy, they said this
represented an early blunt attempt at preventing bullying, but are no longer in place.
I can't do this anymore. Basically, in summary, they did that shit. However, outright banning isn't their only tool in their arsenal to suppress little troublemakers who may or may not speak out against tyrannical governments. Another effective method they use is shadow banning. Because the issue with outright violations is it's such a thing, right? If you take down someone's video about certain countries engaging in barbaric disregard for human life, people may start asking questions. So the next best thing is shadow banning. First things first, over the last month, I've unfortunately become an expert on TikTok. So I can tell you shadow banning is in fact real, but potentially not what you may think it is. Shadow banning is where TikTok may take a certain account or even just a certain video and just widely diminish the reach. Therefore, the video won't spread, effectively taking it down without taking it down. Basically, some kind of nebulous strike on the account. I asked Rose if she'd ever been shadow banned, and she said no. Anyway, no, but she also made a very good point about what people think shadow banning is versus what it actually is. There's kind of a lot of rumors surrounding it. People just kind of throw the term away, but it is real, but it's not what most people think. This tool is particularly devious for those who use TikTok to spread awareness to certain issues, as it just simply point blank silences you.
Did she just repeat a phrase, or was that editing? Oh, that frame. That frame.
Without you knowing. And even better, most likely, it probably makes you feel like you did something wrong, not them. Maybe people just don't care what you have to say anymore. Sorry. It's all your fault, actually. Say what you will. Very effective way to shut down your ideological opponents. Plus 10 points for just pure deviousness, and minus 100,000 for everything else. But what does this mean for future generations? Let's think about that for a minute. Gen Z is now growing up in a world where not only does big tech dominate what you see, but also what you say. First of all, hot. Second of all, no. A world where we have to create new phrases for what we're trying to say just to get past algorithmic censors. Free speech is a myth on these platforms, and I'm not saying that in a brain-broken Elon way. I mean, if you have criticisms of governments or systems that are in place that have connections to the apps you're doing that on, you can just get shut down for having the wrong opinion.
So you can't have open opinion on TikTok. Alright, bet.
Excuse to be racist, by the way. I'm particularly talking about authoritarian governments, not you little sweaty, little stupid little gremlin. I'm talking about good faith criticisms against governments, not demented hate raids against gay people or whatever you people do. However, TikTok is such a massive and ubiquitous app, two things can be true at once. Where in one corner people's opinions are being weakened, in another they're being emboldened, and it's all connected to the algorithm. Yes, of course, I'm once again talking about radicalization.
Getting on an anti-psycho so you can become more mentally stable. Over getting anti-psycho so you can produce breast milk and can feed your lovely girlfriend. What?
There definitely is both directions. I've seen people pulled further to the left through TikTok, but it's much, much easier to get pulled to the right on TikTok just because of the, like, alpha male content that gets reposted on there. I think that, you know, spread.
Wait, no, the alpha male. So the alpha male content, because I dealt with this as well. When I put, for example, when I posted Kevin Samuels video because we were talking about Kevin Samuels on the podcast, and I asked Kevin Samuels pictures on there, right? And I did the tag on there, right? Instantly, video got muted in like the less than like 5 minutes. So I read it again, change a few of the tags, video gets removed. Did it again, but I used just my basic tags, and it's still there up to this day. It hasn't been muted. So like, all you have to do is just tag dance.
Spreading misogynistic content is especially popular these days, and that can pull people very easily over to the right. It is a thing. Radicalization on TikTok is, like, happening.
Cause the pain never stops. Yes, I'm still here. Yes, I'm still on your screen. You've made it this far. Admit it. You kind of want to see how this ends. I promise you, it's not what you'd expect. When will it end? I'm sure this may shock you by now, but TikTok's algorithm is actually kind of crazy. It's well documented that the algorithm is specifically optimized for users to fall down rabbit holes. But what if I told you there was even a better way to maximize viewer retention? That there was an even more effective method for keeping people hooked up to your app for longer? Drawing emotion from the minds of the masses can increase their attachment to the content and therefore the platform in front of them. So why not feed them a constant stream of opinionated content for them to react to and continue the perpetual content stream? The backlash to the argument that doesn't exist yet. They're playing 4D chess with your very minds. So it sends you down these rabbit holes. It profits from your downfall and then continues throwing you further and.
So you're telling me I could watch a chick booty shaking to get all the way down to like political shit? Like, is it that kind of rabbit hole? If it is, that's terrifying. If it's not, that's hilarious.
Further, I'll try to be brief because radicalization is a difficult topic to encapsulate, especially in just one chapter of a bigger story. It says 18 plus on here, so I'm allowed to have it. Essentially,
I almost laughed. Kind of laughed a little bit. Guys, don't take a hit while watching something funny, because the laugh will just fuck you up. Say 18 plus.
end goal of radicalizing an individual is usually like political polarization, where every belief that they may hold is squeezed for every ounce of nuance it has. However, on TikTok, there really isn't a motive. They don't care if you're left-wing or right-wing, they care about profit. Radicalization is just another thing that happens on the platform, and as long as it's serving its purpose and driving engagement, it's allowed to stay. TikTok doesn't have a political agenda. Except for issues involving China. But what TikTok does have is an affinity for profit. And that's why this happens. Political content on TikTok is perfectly designed to fit this goal. It's short, quick, and easy. You throw out a sassy quip with no time for response, and bam, you've owned your political opponent. Don't provide nuance, don't give time to a counter argument, just be based as fuck. You have only but a few seconds before your viewer inevitably moves on to something else. Keep the instant gratification machine going. And as I already discussed, the culture on TikTok is inherently toxic. Couple that with the shitty UI of the comments and the shortened nature of the discussions, and suddenly you have yourself a goddamn mess. It's the worst. Everything is bad. There's really no other way to say it. Everything just.
No, she's right, cause I made that quote about people being like trans ignorant and whatnot, and that did get like a lot of clicks and a couple of comments too. Like versus all of the other videos.
Simply sucks. The effects of this radicalization, I don't know. No one really knows. We got some good ideas, like it's bad, but unfortunately the only long-term study we can really conduct right now is the one we're all taking place in at this very moment. We are all test subjects in this infinite echo chamber for billionaires just to make more money. Is it really
No, she's right.
worth it? Yes, this has real-world effects. The general pipeline is it forms on TikTok, it spreads to Twitter, the discourse begins, the reactionaries take their sides, then the centrists come in, now it's on cable news, then Tucker Carlson goes on his show to talk about inflatable anime girls or something, and now
inflatable anime girls.
suddenly your grandparents are frantically calling asking what a waifu is. I don't know, leave me alone. We see it time and time again, and yet the only people that profit from it are the people at the very top. Why don't I get a cut of the January 6th money? The effect of this constant radicalization is pretty easy to spot. I'm sure in the coming years, brain broken will be added to the dictionary, and we're all just a little bit brain broken, aren't we? I mean, for God's sakes, the richest man in the world is out here tweeting about pronouns. I love you. But please turn off your phone or give me a doll. I cannot support hate.
Ah! Yo, Elon. Elon's really Griffith. Elon's really Griffith. Hey, yo.
Tweeting about pronouns. I love you, but please get off the phone or give me a doll. I cannot support hate. Please stop this. I know this isn't your heart. And believe you me, if I could somehow connect this to TikTok, you know I'd do it in a heartbeat. I just don't have the proof yet. After just mere hours of use, the algorithm, and thus TikTok, can know an uncomfortable amount of information about you. And that information is actually really cool because it means the algorithm can give you better recommendations and maximize your enjoyment of the app. And also data logging. Yeah, okay, so basically TikTok is stealing your data and putting it in cloud servers that may or may not be accessible overseas in China. LMAO, Raffle, LOL, XD, rolling on the floor, kicking and screaming. In 2020, TikTok was almost banned by the Trump administration, which, and this is gonna be a hot take, don't show this to Twitter, for all the streamers.
Actually, I think Trump was right trying to ban Twitter. Low key.
Watching put chat in follower only mode. This is gonna be a moment. He might have been right? Like I hate to agree with the guy, but the based actually, sorry. I think he might have been ahead of his time. Because now in the last few years, we have the full scope of what's going on here.
I like our blackboard.
Between data leaks, class action lawsuits, and hacking scares. Recently, the new trend has been to ban TikTok on all government devices. Remember when I said earlier in August of 2020, conveniently right before I unfortunately joined, the app was sued for collecting personal information of minors? By minors, I meant elementary schoolers. What? I sure hope they didn't know they had people that young on their app, because that would be a violation of federal law. Did you violate federal law, TikTok? I'm starting to think we shouldn't trust this company with our sensitive data. Yet we do, and the rabbit hole keeps fucking going. And here's the thing. Every social media has your data. That's just how it is now. This is the world we live in. The inconvenient truth in this situation is that your very soul has been bought and sold multiple times by many data companies. VPN ad. But TikTok is easily the worst offender. The shady non-transparency of their work, plus everything else mentioned in this excessively long video. How much more do we need to see as a society to collectively decide to abandon this app?
Do you think it's gonna get banned due to security flaws?
Fuck no. We still have Snapchat.
Do you think TikTok will get banned?
Yeah, we still have Snapchat. Yo.
The security flaws it has.
I think America will do whatever it can to sort of maintain this idea of China as an othered country. Yeah, I don't think that TikTok will ever be banned solely for security reasons, unless those security reasons are intimately connected to the US's foreign policy with China.
Either it's gonna get worse or it's gonna stay the same. And that's just life.
It's not getting banned. And even if it did, I'd much rather live in a world where people just decided to collectively stop using it and fall out of relevancy on its own merit. Not because we had to have the government take it away from us like tiny little baby-brained goblins who can't function when one of the 18 different apps that have the exact same functionality suddenly gets banned. But I get it though. TikTok has ubiquity. TikTok is in so many markets because it connects so many people. We're in for the long haul, folks. The next few years will be the deciding factor on how the century looks moving forward. We'll see what happens, I guess. Is it a threat to national security? Yeah. So is everything else, I guess. What are you gonna do about it?
Yikes, man. That's fucking... Whew, shit. Yeah, man. TikTok's just toxic. You have to use it to make content anyway, which sucks. Where else are we gonna end up making content? Like, YouTube discoverability is like pretty iffy, especially unless you're making content almost every day or you're uploading content every day. Fucking Twitch is weird because Twitch, you have to like just meet a certain quota or have like just a certain appeal. Let's see. Instagram is just Instagram. Twitter is another beast. But no, fucking Elon Musk just being Griffiths is hilarious.
So, yikes, right? You see what I mean? You see what this app is doing to me? You see what it's doing to us? TikTok is not your average social media. It may feed on attention and profit from its users, but the more you look under the surface, the deeper you realize the cracks go. And It'll never get better, actually. Yeah, it's all fucked and there's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I swear to God, I'm just gonna keep falling down the Savannah Brown pipeline until I inevitably dip from this godforsaken platform. I hold so much contempt for every action that led me up to this moment right now. But hey, you know me. I see a problem in society, I know just what to do. Time to make another high-effort YouTube video and a futile attempt to escape the label I once clung to so desperately. The joke here is I'm going through an identity crisis and I don't know what I want anymore. So,
yikes.
What's the conclusion? What's the big picture?
How does TikTok affect your mental health?
I think it just adds on to it, like adding salt or pepper to a nice pasta alioli.
Poorly is all that the social media does. It perpetuates lethargy. You can open up TikTok in your bed and just scroll for 15 hours. It's easy as hell. Undeniably negatively. It makes me more anxious, probably makes me less sociable.
TikTok to me as a creator was draining as
Let's
hell
go.
because they sell you on this like the drug dealer method where they give you a little bit and then your next video blows up, I'll give you a little bit more, then they shadow ban you for a certain amount of time, then I'll make you viral again.
So you say that the app like affects you in that way, yet you still use it. Why?
It's addicting.
Why do you do it then? You know, you can log off.
Look how she's looking right now.
Like delete it.
You can delete it? Wait, can you close the app?
I don't know, man. I'm going insane over here. How did we let it get to
That
this
bit.
point? How does it just keep getting worse and worse the longer you look at it?
But no, she's right. Can you close the app? Like, cause like as I said before, every time when I go to the app to check like a notification or check if the video uploaded properly, when I try to like exit out the app, it takes me a couple of swipes.
Rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper and I'm terrified. Make it stop, make it stop, make it TikTok systematically and purposely addicts its users for the sake of profit. It breeds a culture of arrogance and narcissism amongst its very young demographic. It's had several high-profile controversies, including, and I cannot stress this enough, censoring ugly people. It basically controls all the music you listen to. It profits off user-generated content and then pays them pennies for it, turning kids into pseudo-celebrities in the process, thus throwing them down the pipeline, much like I was. It messes with your mental health when you try to have fun, and then it systematically censors you when you try to speak on an issue and be serious. It collects so much data just to radicalize you, and then mishandles that data egregiously. Every ounce of respect or admiration is useless because no matter how healthily you think you're using the app, it'll always find a way to screw you over in the end.
Yeah.
It always does. Because they always get you in the end. You've lost. They won. And despite all of this, every controversy, every obvious lie, every unethical practice, they always come out on top because they are in charge now. That's the world we live in.
Whenever someone says, like, I don't have TikTok, I tell them not to get it. I think that the algorithm was very specially crafted to get people addicted.
So you use this app, and when people tell you they're not on it, you purposely try to stray them away.
Yes. It's weird. I know I'm being, like, hypocritical. Like, I have the power to delete the app, and I don't. I've had it since I was in 8th grade, so...
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to sound like a boomer and just like talk like, you know, technology bad. But in this case, technology really bad. TikTok is a terrible place for not only consumers but creators.
It's one of those many platforms that can have a weird duality between the two. I don't think that there was ever a reality in our current state of the world that it was never not going to be a thing.
I like it and I support it, but I also have my own personal grievances with it. I can't really say it's a good or a bad thing. All we can really do is critique and ask and try to shine lights on, I guess, things we view as wrong on the platform and be like, hey, this could be better. Because TikTok's not going to go away. I think we just have to critique it for the better, in my opinion.
People often criticize me for my conclusions not having simple, clear, concise, and actionable steps forward, so I'm gonna say this as simply as I possibly can. Delete the fucking app.
I don't know if this is copyrighted, so I'm gonna skip through a little bit of it. But yeah, fucking, shit, I didn't know fucking the rabbit hole was that deep. Jesus Christ. Alright, next video. Fuck? Why send me to a different video? It sent you to a different video. Not the video that I clicked, now it's in my algorithm.
What is the greatest completely legal loophole you know about? Story 1. I used to work for a credit processor, which is the company that handles the network your credit transactions move across. Swipe your card at a merchant, it goes to the credit processor, who determines which financial institution the card belongs to and authorizes or declines the charge through them, then reports back to the merchant. Anyway, one of our clients was a major bank, one you'd know. We were investigating a recurring network issue that we couldn't really pin down. Every month, this financial institution's network would strain and overload, around the same day and time, once a month. We didn't have any errors logged that weren't a result of this strain, no identifiable cause, no processes running at that time, they weren't doing maintenance, which was just a formality since the issue was on our network.
Oh, okay.
So I'm idly watching transactions rolling across the big screen when it starts flooding with the same line. We got hit with something around 35,000 transactions all at once from the same source. Did some cross-referencing, and sure enough, we could see the same thing had happened every time the problem occurred, and always the same account. So we called the financial institution and explained it to them. They looked into it, and here's what they shared with us. They'd had a promotion going on for their bank card to award 100 bonus points every time someone used their bank card to pay their bills online. No minimum to that, no qualifier that the bill had to be paid in its entirety. So this guy wrote a script to pay $350 by 1 cent transactions and racked up bonus points on his bank card.
Hey, yo! Oh, fuck! $350? Damn, that must have been like a gas bill or something. No, not a gas bill, but a car bill or something. But yo, that's smart.
So if you had that incentive and wonder why it went away, you can thank that guy. And me for narking him out, I guess. My friend did this once with Chase Freedom Card. Opened multiple cards, ran the script for single-cent transactions, and made out like a bandit before they caught on and closed his credit cards. Story 2. Want to get out of a contract you signed with a cellular service provider, such as Rogers or Bell, or for my American friends, Verizon, AT&T, etc.? A contract is a two-way street. You both have legally agreed to terms and conditions and have signed said contract to a legally binding agreement. If you wish to break the contract and cancel it, they charge you an early cancellation fee, potentially up to $500, $300 in Canada. If they charge something, you can notify the ombudsman of the company, or office of the president, in writing that you do not agree to the terms they have changed, and therefore the contract is voided before the next billing date. An example, did they increase their long-distance minutely rate by 1 cent, or their price per kilobyte for data overages? That's a change you didn't agree to, and it was not laid out in the terms you signed your contract for. Notify them of such, and they can either honor the pre-changed price for the length of the contract or avoid the contract altogether. Most of the time, they won't even respond, which means it terminates in your favor. Your contract is voided, and you don't have to pay any ECF or similar.
Oh, really?
You may be required to return any products, such as cell phones you have subsidized over the course of your contract, or pay out the cost of the phone,
Is this how you get burner phones?
depending on the fine print in the subsidized device contract, a separate contract to the service agreement. It's worth adding to this that not every company writes their contracts very well. Look deeply enough, and you may find loopholes to exploit even before you feel like canceling your service. For instance, there was once a video of a guy talking to his provider about his bill and saying they'd overcharged him. I can't remember if it was for roaming usage, minutes, data, or what, but for every minute, they charged him a penny. The problem is that when they wrote this in the contract, they wrote it as 0.01 cents, which would be 1/100th of a penny. It's amazing how long it takes him to explain this. It's a bit of a lose-lose because you can only argue the same point for so long before you start sounding a little bit like a Karen. But if your provider ever makes this mistake, then you do have the right to hold them accountable if you feel like it. Story 3.
Okay, cool. I had to check my contract as well. That's good to know, honestly.
3. This is on a much smaller scale than most things presented here, but I'm proud of it. My senior year in high school in Texas, 2002 to 2003, my friends and I found out that if you had too many absences, you had to make up for it during Saturday school. Well, it turns out that Saturday school is only half a day, and it makes up for 3 absences. So me and 3 other friends would constantly skip school. We didn't do sports, so we had all our credits anyway, well before the end of the year, and then on Friday nights have a LAN party and play Warcraft 3 or Star Wars Galaxies all night. The next morning, tired as heck, we'd drive to Saturday school and just kind of sit and stare or doze off for about 4 hours and have our absences erased. When I was in high school, our school tried using this tardy tracker system, which was full of such loopholes. Eventually, we realized that being 3 minutes late was marked the same as being up to 45 minutes late. After utilizing that a few times, administration was pretty ticked. I don't know how long they kept using that program, but it was a waste of time and money. Story 4. I rented a store last year, and we opened a...
That's pretty cool. You know what? If you're a high school kid and you abuse a loophole that's in like a school that doesn't hurt anybody and like benefits like you, but it doesn't hurt anybody else, I'll say do that loophole, you know? And I think the school shouldn't be mad at you for abusing that loophole. They should just make you a lawyer. They should just focus on making you a lawyer because you know how to read contracts very, very well.
a small shop. It's in a small complex with 5 other shops. The owners of the property do not pay the bank for their loan, and it gets repossessed by the bank and put up for auction. These same guys go and buy it again at auction, but with a different company. They have several. At the auction, they have to come up with 20%, I think, and they pay that, but then nothing else. Yet they take the rental income this whole time. It takes about a year before repossession happens again, and they just repeat the same trick. The 20% they pay each time is way less than the rental income for a year, so they just keep on making this profit year after year. They have now done it twice since we started renting there. I don't know how long this has been going on. We spoke to the officer of the court at the last auction, and he admitted to knowing what was going on, but said that they're not breaking any laws other than not paying their debt. Story 5. You can game the free voucher for voluntary bumping at most airlines by intentionally booking yourself on a busy, earlier flight if you know that a less busy, later flight will get you to your destination at a reasonable time.
Really?
It requires some knowledge of the schedules, but there are predictable flights that tend to get overbooked all the time. I used to fly a Friday commuter shuttle every week. I could easily make my connecting flight if I took the 7 p.m. shuttle into DC, but I would book the 5:30 flight instead. Every week, I'd be the first one to jump up when they asked for volunteers. In 1 year, I accumulated enough vouchers and free round-trip tickets to take my wife and kids with me to Hawaii twice. Best of all, I'd always ask for and receive meal vouchers, so I got to eat dinner for free while I waited for the flight I actually would have booked anyway. It ticked off some of the gate agents, but what could they do? They needed those seats. I'll be honest, I was expecting most of these to be sleazy and ill-advised, like those guys a couple stories ago whose greatest claim to fame is keeping themselves as uneducated as possible, but this is one that actually sounds like it might be worth using. You could say it's underhanded to game the system, but it's also unprofessional to consistently overbook your flights, so I think we're on even ground. The only thing I'd point out to anyone who might think of trying this is that you do run the risk of choosing an earlier flight that winds up not being overbooked. So if you're going to try it, you might want to make sure you have plans for what to do if you get to your destination early. Story 6. I lived in DC for many years.
Okay, that makes sense. That seems like a really good loophole for airports.
DC has a practice of refusing to issue parking tickets for Sunday churchgoers, most of whom don't even live in DC. This is an interesting cultural phenomenon unique to DC. Many black families moved to Maryland due to gentrification and other reasons, but have remained loyal to their churches. So my car has been blocked in many times, and the city refuses to do anything about it, effectively creating a religious free pass for parking violations.
Hey, yo, let's go.
So one time I got a parking ticket, and I filed an appeal saying that I was at a religious service, even though it was a Tuesday night. I wound up doing this 3 times over the years. I didn't win, but all my tickets are still pending appeal, and one of them is from 2003. Pretty sure the city doesn't want to confront the quagmire they've created by refusing to enforce laws based on religious reasons. I told my friends about this, and several of them have done it as well.
Yo, let's go.
Story 7. I've earned over $90,000 by getting compensated by airlines. This is a simple trick that works well. If you know certain routes at your airport are always oversold, just buy a fully refundable fare a few days before the flight takes off. Usually this will be one or more of the oversold tickets. Just go to the airport and offer to give up your seat and reap the rewards. If not needed, just refund your ticket. Usually I book 12 to 18 tickets in one day and hit one after another up until my planned departure in the evening. I try to spread it across 5 or more airlines to avoid seeing the same staff. I fly for free everywhere in the world. Southwest has the best policy.
Yo, this is lit.
Usually $300 plus twice the value of your ticket. I have thousands of dollars of credit with all the airlines that I can't even use fast enough. Story 8. It's a pretty small loophole in the bigger scheme of things, but for a broke college student as myself, it's pretty important.
It's probably library books. Not library books, but buying and used books and stuff like that.
Important for me. We have an IHOP on campus.
Oh, IHOP.
One of the most filling meals it offers comes with hash browns, choice of meat, 2 eggs, and 2 pancakes. It's around $10 for the whole thing. However, my college also offers a meal plan that allows us to swipe our college ID at certain restaurants for certain meals. For example, at that same IHOP, you can get hash browns, choice of meat, and 2 eggs for 1 swipe. Getting a side of 2 pancakes is 1.15. I've abused this quite a bit, as I'm getting a $10 meal for around $2. It might not be the biggest loophole out there, but dang is it a nice one. The talk about airlines in this story was starting
that's crazy
to make me think of the pudding scam in Punch Drunk Love, so I guess it's fitting that we ran into one about food. To be honest, I mostly just want to know what college this OP goes to that has an IHOP right on campus.
Ooh, so I probably know where this one's at. It's not on campus, but it's down the street from the campus.
It's pretty normal for colleges to have their own eateries where you can use your ID card. At some schools, the rule is that you get so many meals in the cafeteria per week, plus an additional amount that you can use to buy food at the nicer places they serve it. But I've never known one of those places to be an IHOP. Must be a fancy school. If you went to a cheaper school, could you get a Waffle House or a Denny's? Because that would be an objectively better deal, and probably the best argument for taking on fewer student loans. Story 9.
Yeah.
9. Worked at a restaurant where we had a promotion during the holidays. If you bought a $25 gift card, you get a $5 gift card as well as a bottle of sauce. I bought a ton of gift cards with my own money. I got the extra $5 gift cards and bottles, sold the bottles of sauce for cheap on a local garage sale site. They retail for $8 from the restaurant. I also used the gift cards on all of my cash tables.
Wait. Wouldn't that be like illegal because you can't resell food or something like that?
Customers pay with cash. I use the gift cards to close out their check and
gift cards.
Use the cash to pay myself back for the gift cards. So basically, it was a free $5 for me for every $25 gift card I bought. I also won the gift card contest we had. Be careful, a guy I worked with at a restaurant was fired for doing this with Groupons. Story 10.
Groupons.
When George Washington lived in Pennsylvania, buying slaves was illegal in the state. However, owning was not, but only for a small period of time per the Gradual
Prisoner leasing.
Abolition Act of 1780, which said that any slave who entered Pennsylvania with an owner and lived in the state for longer than 6 months would be set free after that time. Rather than buy all new slaves after 6 months, he would send them to the Mount Vernon estate in Virginia with his wife, and after a day they would return, and the clock would start over again. Obviously not legal now, but a legal loophole then, and completely secret from anyone but the Washingtons and their legal advisor. For no particular reason, let me take a moment to remind everyone that arguing with strangers in a comment section never gets anybody anywhere.
Oh man, he got Zach's kind of fucking comment section. Dang.
Moving on. Story 11. My brother told me this one works, but I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure. If you get a speeding ticket, send a check for $1 more than the amount charged. They will send a check back for the overpayment and will not be able to report to insurance until you cash the check, as it's not considered a complete transaction. Rip up the check and avoid the insurance premium increase. I'm pretty sure that this is why most business printed checks will have void after 90, 180 days on them. They can eventually write them off if they get lost or ignored. Story 12. You can't do this anymore either, but when the US was trying to introduce the dollar coin, they were offering each coin for exactly $1, no tax, free shipping, in an effort to get them into circulation. People were maxing out credit cards, purchasing these coins for the frequent flyer miles, then turning around and depositing these coins back into their account, costing them nothing. I heard that some people got away with doing this many times, racking up millions of frequent flyer miles before they had to end the $1 with free shipping program. My dad did that. We have so many $1 coins, we leave them as tips sometimes in hotels and such.
Yo.
Because it's harder to spend them. But free miles. I'm thinking the people who took advantage of this loophole must have been about the only people to have taken advantage of the free shipping deal at all. After all, have you seen a dollar coin in circulation recently? Because I don't think I've seen one in years.
Depends on which one though.
In fact, I probably see $2 bills more frequently than I see gold dollars.
I haven't seen a $2 bill in a long ass time.
Interestingly, when I do see the dollar coins, it's almost always the Sacagawea coin. But a bit of Googling suggests the free shipping program was just for the presidential versions. I'd guess they weren't that popular, but it sounds like OP's first commenter probably just has them all stockpiled. But really, I
That'd be like beast-ass collector's items though.
think the bigger problem is that walking around with a pocket full of loonies just feels a bit too north of the wall for most Americans. Story 13. When your pawn has moved 3 spaces forward, and your opponent moves one of their pawns 2 spaces forward, so that it's next to your pawn, under the assumption that this means you now can't take it, you can move your pawn diagonally behind theirs, as if it had only moved 1 space forwards, and take it despite not moving to where the pawn actually was.
Oh, I know that play.
This rule was added to chess because pawns originally couldn't move 2 spaces. The 2 spaces on the first move rule was added to make the early game go quicker, but that had the consequence of allowing a pawn to sneak past an opposing pawn, which would originally not be possible. So they added en passant. Story 14. Not sure if this is proven or not. Was driving 2 of my friends home from a bar one night. One of them was about to begin law school. We were exiting the parking lot, and there's a side exit that makes it easier to get back to the main road. The only problem is
I really want to learn how to play chess.
that there's a sign next to it that says, "This..."
Oh, no, like I said, I really want to learn how to play chess because I've been lacking on it. Also, I might end up going back to sleep after this. I'm really tired.
Is not an entrance. I was hesitant about going through it because police were always around the part of town due to the bar scene. My soon-to-be law school friend said, "We are not using it as an entrance, though. We're using it as an exit. Go ahead." Best use of twisting words I've ever witnessed. Story 15. I have a cool one. My buddy overstayed by about 10 years in the US. He ran a company, paid taxes, no problem. But he couldn't fly anywhere, obviously, and if he got in trouble with the law, he could have been deported. Anyway, one day he got the crap beaten out of him by a taxi driver. They tried to press charges, but for some reason they couldn't touch the guy despite knowing where he lives, works, etc. His lawyer found out that he could apply for a victim of a violent crime visa. He did, and now he's legal, and can exit and enter the country without fear of deportation.
Hey, let's go.
There's obviously more to this story, but that's the gist. I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. Does this mean that if a person commits a hate crime against an illegal resident, they essentially make that person legal? This is an odd thought experiment, but I wonder if making that common knowledge would lead to an increase or decrease in violence against illegal aliens. Because you'd think that, wait, how the heck did he get into a fight with his cab driver? And how did he know where the cab driver lives?
Certain cabs have their IDs or their driver's permit on the back of their cars or in the back of their seats.
Okay, I don't actually care about the free visa story anymore. You gave us a story about immigration law when there was obvious drama sitting right there on the table. You and I might have very different opinions about what Reddit is for. Story 16. A case from the 90s in the UK. A man called Cheeseman was caught whacking it in a public toilet by 2 police officers after several complaints had been made. He was taken to court, and the law that he had been charged under was unclear in terminology, as it was from the 1800s and has old language. The section in question was that a person cannot reveal themselves to a passenger. Passenger in the 1800s, when the law was made, meant passerby. As the police were there on business and were not passersby, they were not covered by the act, and Cheeseman got away with openly spanking his chorizo in front of police.
Oh wow, that's nuts. So basically, since they were not there to arrest him, even though he was doing something unseen. Oh man, that's crazy, yo. Even though he was doing something obscene and basically sexual harassed or whatnot, they can't really get him on anything because like it's like if they trying to arrest somebody while you smoking crack right in front of them or some shit.
Story 17. If you have a tribal membership card to any federally recognized Native American tribe, you are exempt from Obamacare's individual mandate. The requirements for membership are set by the individual tribes, and some of them are really lax. If you have one ancestor several generations back who was on the tribal rolls, they'll let you in. Or you're like me and you have a tribal membership card, or at least my dad does, so it would be easy to get one for me. But your tribe isn't federally recognized in the US, though it is in Canada. That's what you get for being on the wrong side of the French and Indian War.
Damn.
Story 18. Here in Costa Rica, it's quite hard for foreigners to get a work visa or residency. However, it's very easy to enter the country as a tourist. The only requirement for tourists is that they can't be here for more than 3 months. So instead of going through the whole process of getting a work visa, at least 80% of the people I know here with foreign blood simply drive up to the Nicaraguan border and come back every 3 months, allowing them to become what is known as a perpetual tourist. I know some people that have been exploiting that loophole completely legally for about a decade. Story 19. Not so much legal as a nice loophole. Many Serta mattresses, others may too, have a 10-year warranty against losing their shape. I know that Sam's Club will give you a refund in cash of 100% the purchase price with a receipt. No questions asked. Again, other places may too. I'm on my 3rd mattress where I return the old one and pay a little more for the next nicer model. Eventually, I'll either find a mattress that doesn't lose shape or I'll have a new mattress every year forever. Save your receipt. Story 20. I used to work for a nonprofit school that was funded by the state. There was a regulation that the school had to disclose how much the executives were paid, but there was no regulation against outsourcing executive functions, and there was no regulation against outsourcing to a for-profit company that didn't have to disclose anything, and there was no regulation against outsourcing to a for-profit that the executives owned. This sounds like fraud. I'm an auditor/fraud investigator, and this sounds like fraud. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely legalized fraud. The commenter sounds outraged, but I honestly don't know if I'm supposed to be outraged or not. I think the issue here is that the executives are
Sorry for not talking. I was doing something on Amazon real quick.
essentially using the state's money to pad their own pockets, which of course is wrong. However, what I'm less clear on is how state funding for schools works. If they're given a set amount, then the executives are making as much as they would have anyway while simply hiding their pay from the public. It's shady, but not distressing. However, if the state just blindly pays the school whatever budget they claim to need, then these execs are legit stealing from the state, and by extension, its people. However, anyone who knows of schools with these regulations can out this kind of thing pretty quickly. If the staff's paychecks are publicly available, I imagine the school's budget is too. Find out what they're outsourcing and see who owns the relevant companies. If the state ever found out about a scheme like this, I somehow doubt they would consider the fraud to be, as the commenter called it, legalized.
Yo, yeah, he's right.
Story
Kind of weird that how loopholes work that way, you know?
21. I believe there was a man in Texas, assume homeless or poor, who got a nice 3 to 4 bedroom home for a whole $35.
Oh, shit, I heard about this one.
When the previous owners left their suburb home, I assume for lack of payment, he paid the fee to have the home transferred to him. I believe the only stipulation was to stay 3 years, and it became his. No mortgage, no rent, just a $35 piece of paper. Neighborhood was pretty peeved. I applaud this man for his craftiness. I think the bank booted him out, if I recall correctly. Story 22. Pretty small thing, but it's one I use really often. Stop signs in parking lots aren't legally enforceable. They're on private property and out of police jurisdiction. So the next time you're leaving Walmart at 3 a.m., feel free to roll through that annoying stop sign in the middle of the empty parking lot with no possible repercussions, you rebel. But it looks like these signs aren't usually enforceable. Certain states may have adopted laws to allow ticketing for private property infractions. Check your local laws before becoming a 3 a.m. Walmart rebel.
Yeah, that's smart.
Story 23. A professor at my undergrad was famous for his strictness and propriety. He had a handbook that he had written himself on the codes of conduct for the class that was at least half an inch thick. A real crapping diamonds type, and I hated the class, him, and everything he stood for. One of the prohibitions, spelled out in very clear legalistic language, was no baseball hats in class. I observed that rule to the very letter. Every day that term, I wore a sombrero. Story 20.
Hey, yo!
24. UK heard that technically you don't need planning permission for stuff you build on your own land, if nobody objects within 4 years of you building it. Someone stacked hay bales ridiculously high, shielding his property from view, then built a freaking castle behind it. Nobody could object to him building it because no one knew about it. 4 years after he finished, he took the hay down and nobody can take his castle away. They're still trying to, though.
Aww.
Not being from the UK, I can't help but ask, why exactly?
Aww. They trying to take his castle away. That's unfortunate. Damn. 4 years? You have to hide a castle? Wow.
Exactly would
the parties must have been nuts.
People be trying to take his castle away? It's not like anybody else had to pay for its construction. He wanted a castle, and he built one. Are British HOAs seriously so much worse than ours that you aren't even allowed to build your own residence on your own land? Or is one of the wealthiest families in the world so insecure that they can't accept anybody else living it up in royal fashion? Any Brits in the comments, please explain how any measure of hatred for this man's castle makes the least bit of sense. In the States, we have HOAs that complain if your house is an eyesore. But I'd think a castle would be way less of an eyesore than a castle-sized stack of hay bales. Story 25. I met a man on a plane who told me his best friend is a retired pilot. Apparently, back in the day, banks didn't exchange small change from other countries because it wasn't worth sending all the change back, so they would sell foreign coins by the bag by weight. This pilot would buy bags of change, and when he flew to the country the change was from, he would exchange it for a lot more than he paid for it. Story 26. I got married to my college girlfriend so that she could claim in-state residency and finish her degree at my university for like half the cost they would have charged her as an out-of-state student. I also looked like a very poor head of household on paper and received a crap ton of grant money towards my own degree.
Hold on.
Half the cost they would have charged her as an out-of-state student, more than he paid for it. Because it wasn't worth sending all the change back, So they would sell foreign coins by the bag, by weight. This pilot would buy bags of change, and when he flew to the country the change was from, he would exchange it for a lot more than he paid for it. Story 26. I got married to my college girlfriend so that she could claim in-state residency and finish her degree at my university for like half the cost they would have charged her as an out-of-state student. I also looked like a very
Yo, that's smart.
poor head of household on paper and
This is actually like foreign or something like that. This may not be in America.
received a crap ton of grant money towards my own degree. 10 out of 10. Would wet again. Story 27. Right to repair. Void the warranty because you broke open your Xbox. To find the part you need is a pain in the butt. Send it to Microsoft. They still have to fix it, even though the warranty states that it is void if opened. But if you opened with intent of repair, they have to fix it. Yeah, good luck with that one. Story 28. A German company should have paid 128 million euros to the government. They transferred the company to another mother company, moved everything into the mother company by doing some restructuring, and then deleted the old company. No money could be collected.
Oh shit, it's about to be super late. Alright guys, I go. Thanks for everybody for coming to the stream. Thank you Sync for the follow. Thanks Raven of Faith for popping in, saying what's up and all that good stuff. But it's super late. I'm not trying to fall asleep. But I do need to take another nap because I'm really tired. But with that said, deuces. I really thought I was gonna be editing something today, but I didn't edit shit. I hate it here. But no, yeah, clothes, like, woof, that was some good content.
La